now, if we all talk, let's all talk together at the same time. Just real quick.
Okay, I'm talking.
Yeah. See, it's nice and almost even.
Loud noise.
Yeah. That's what we do here.
Loud noises.
Ladies and fucking gentlemen, this is the Jungle Squadcast. You feel me? Episode 70. Would like to apologize for the mishap of last week. Technical difficulties, shit happens, okay? But we here, okay, the official episode 70 with my boys, you feel me? The A1 Day Ones, Mr. Rad and Mr. Ra, was goody, and of course, just your boy Abe Loso. We got a guest, aka friend of the show, Mr. Adam Jordan. What's good, Brody?
What's good? How you doing?
Yo, long time no see, man.
It's been a while.
Yo, you look exactly the same. Like, that shit is crazy. Like, you did not age at all.
It's a good thing. I feel it. I feel like I aged a lot more.
Really?
So, oh yeah.
Nah.
Oh yeah. You know what they say, when you get in your 30s, your back starts hurting. They're not lying. There's pause to that, but this.
Damn. So like, when I met you, you were 28. He's 28 now. So any advice where you could give him to like survive the next couple of years, going into 30s?
I'd say the same for both of you.
I'm
27.
Yeah, I'm 27.
Honestly, just enjoy the moment, enjoy life. Make sure that you're appreciating every single day, and that you're always focusing on yourself and giving yourself, grace for the mistakes you make, because we're all gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna make them until I die. We're all gonna make them until we die. But don't be hard on yourself for something you come short on. And any type of, negativity, whatever, just stay on top of the things you need to stay on top of, and enjoy your life, and give yourself grace for the mistakes you make. That's definitely the biggest thing.
Stamp that.
I ain't gonna lie, my boy. I'm usually the TED Talk connoisseur over here, but that was a perfect little TED Talk moment there, man. I respect it, bro. But you're right. A lot of the times when we get older, I feel like it's hard to not give yourself grace, because you feel like you're running out of time a little bit.
Yeah.
So then you kind of like hold in a lot of resentment and contempt and stuff like that. So that's really good advice.
It's easy to
lose your way.
Yeah, it's easy to focus. It's easier to focus on the bad than focus on the small wins. The victories every day. Anything that's a positive is always should be called out to yourself. Like, just as much as you point out when you mess up with yourself, you should always call out when you do good. And it doesn't even if a day is uneventful, right? You're not doing nothing. Like, getting out of bed alone is a win.
Like, it's mad.
Taking
easy.
A shower is a win. Brushing your teeth is a win. Feeding yourself is a win. All those things are wins. But it's important to always recognize those too, because if you don't, you get caught up in the negativity, and when you get caught up in the negativity, it's easy to get stuck in the negativity.
Yeah, bro. It's like, on some real shit, it's a lot easier to masturbate. It's much harder to go to the mall and bag a bitch. You feel me?
It is.
So
it is.
That has.
I mean, you could do both though.
I mean, but I'm just saying this. Which one is easier?
Oh, I mean, yeah. I mean, beating your shit like it owes you money, of course, is way easier.
Like it owes you money. It's crazy.
Getting that bitch.
I'm already in the crib with you. Like,
I ain't gotta go nowhere.
He said, "We here. We everywhere."
You could do that and then go to the mall and bag a bitch, and you'd be clear headed because you just.
Know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean?
Nah,
You
yeah.
I call that a
bag
win-win.
yourself something good and not something you just was like, you know what?
You know how they say God is everywhere. There's only one thing that can relate to us is our dick. That shit is everywhere too. You feel me?
Always.
I think that'll make you
Always.
lazier, to be honest. Masturbating before going to like try to bag, like I go out and bag, make you lazier.
I mean, it's a short period of time. It's like that. It's real quick. But once you find
before?
For going out,
He was saying you could go masturbate and then go to the mall and like go and like try to bag a woman. I feel like you're gonna be lazy. You're gonna be like, I could try her, but like
I already
I
got
know what I got at home.
Yeah, I mean,
I know what I got at home.
we're dudes though. It's a short period of time where it's like that, and then after that shit goes away, then you're like, yeah, what was I thinking? I'm gonna get some ass. You want to try and bag something, but at least you know when you go out, because it's like, all right, I gotta bag myself something that's on my that I want.
Yeah.
If I go for something underneath it, I don't need to because I already cleared the pipes. I'm good to go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the way you gotta look at it.
Do I want a person or some jerkin? You feel me? Like
he said, that's why you eat before you grocery shop.
Exactly.
Much. So
That's literally the best way to describe it. 100%. That's honestly the craziest analogy I've ever heard.
you eat before you grocery
shit
shop.
and they're going and trying to bag a bitch, but
we really like crazy. That was a deep dive into this shit just now. Like
super deep dive.
That shit was unnecessary as hell.
But you know what? I mean, honestly, it's a conversation that needs to be had.
Yeah.
So it's a good thing we talked about it.
Don't be silly. Wrap your willy.
Mm-hmm.
And
stay away from bitches in Philly.
And be graceful to yourself. Give yourself grace.
Yeah.
Stay away from bitches in Philly.
Yeah. Even if one of them bitches from Philly ends up being the mistake you make, don't beat yourself up about it. You know what I mean?
Which one is worse, a Philly bitch or a Brooklyn bitch?
Like, I mean, it depends on where in Brooklyn.
Let me say, who's more ratchet?
Honestly, yeah, probably Brooklyn.
Yeah,
because I've seen some Philly biddies, and some of them they might sound like a battle rapper, but they look good.
Well, all New York women look good. They just sound like
battle rappers too. Yeah,
nah, they don't sound like no damn battle rappers. They sound like speds.
Some of them. I actually had bagged a chick off Tinder or Bumble. I don't remember.
I can never do it.
Doesn't work enough.
Bro, I be cooking on the dating apps. So I be saying the most random shit when I start the conversation. Like one of my favorite pickup lines is, "You ever stay up late at night thinking about all the world's problems? Like, why is there a D in fridge but not in refrigerator?"
It's a good one.
And they be like, "What? No," and I'm like, so think about it. Spell refrigerator.
Nigga, I would have blocked you so fast if you would have came in my inbox like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not 100%. It's not gonna slap every time. I mean, you gotta have them all though. You gotta know what the crowd you're approaching based off the photos.
I would have DM'd you back like #cringe. Like what the fuck?
Nah, I mean it's backfired.
Nah, let me stop.
I've gotten immediate unmatches from some of them. I mean,
bro, I'm not any like times better, so I'm just talking shit. But I've never even got a match. So I got a match, but I never. That's it.
The key is just swipe right now. Stop. Just swipe right on everything, and then you filter out the shit you don't want. After
because
it's crazy that you
those
call human beings shit that you don't want. You filter out, but
those matches though, the ones that do be getting it, and I'm like, all right, come on. The ones that you accidentally just swipe by, those be the ones that be in my inbox, and I'm like, I have to unmatch. You feel me?
It's crazy. Sometimes I be going on hot streaks. It's funny because I'm a big dude. But I be hot streaks of the big ones. I be like, damn. I'm like, I know I'm a handsome big guy, but no. I bagged a girl from Brooklyn. She had a wagon, and
she battle raps.
We was talking for a little bit. Like through the messages, and then one day she's like, "Oh, you want to talk on the phone, on FaceTime?" I said, "Sure." I picked up. She said, "Let me talk to him. He gonna get this work." Sound like Loaded Lux. As soon as I picked up the phone, and I was like, "No, this is Moan's gonna sound like, yeah." I was like, "Nah, I'm good.
Shit,
I'm good."
Fucking Rick Ross is not one of the options.
Immediate, I'm not.
Not the bass in her voice.
Nah, she had crazy bass in her voice, and she was tall as fuck. She was like 6'3". I'm 6 foot. She's like, I don't mind the height difference. I'm like, I don't either, but you got more bass in your voice than me. I'm all set.
Damn, so that's a turn on for you if she got a deeper voice than you.
Yeah, of course. The height I can get over. I don't give a shit about that. We just gonna make.
What does she look like, Ice Spice though?
Huh?
What does she look like, Ice Spice?
I mean,
or she sound like Lola Brooke, like all the time. Like that's how she talk all the time. Like how Lola Brooke rap.
That's rough. It's really rough. Honestly,
I'm playing music.
Ice Spice. Yeah, I mean, Ice Spice's body's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. It's a tough call.
I think it's overrated.
This girl had a nice body, but she ain't have the Ice Spice nice. Yeah, it's bars. But yeah, I don't know. It's a tough call. I have to come back to me on that.
Yeah.
So she has to have a golden personality as well. You might stay.
Yo, you know what's crazy? The older you get, bro, that shit actually does matter. Like when I was younger, when I was in my 20s, bro, I was like, I don't give a shit. I'm fucking. If I find her attractive, I'm cracking. Now it's like I don't need a conversation. But now, It's like if I don't feel like it's a good vibe, like it's crazy. A vibe, like I used to think vibe was a bunch of bullshit. Like someone being like, "Oh, vibes gotta matter," and it's like I don't give a fuck. If I find her cute, I'm fucking. If
He said, I'm fucking.
He was just horny.
No, I mean I still am. I just now I'm selectively horny. You know what I mean, it's like
Nah,
but
that energy is real.
That shit is that's how it is. I remember like as short. I was at the hookah lounge. Matter of fact, this was years ago. This was like 13 years ago.
Yeah.
So I'm there. I'm sick. Right. I had just gotten like I was like not like contagious sick, but like I had to go back to stay at my mom's in Georgia.
Right.
My last night in Connecticut. So I'm there. One of my homegirls comes up. She says, "Yo, my friend thinks you're cute." Mind you, I have not seen this girl. I said, "Okay, well." She's like, she thinks she wants to hook up with you. I said, "So okay, well I'm a grown man. So if she wants to fuck, I'm with it. If she wants to make out, I'm cool." So she comes back like 5-10 minutes later. She said, "Oh, she wants to fuck." Mind you, still haven't seen this girl. Haven't communicated with her not one time. I said, "All right, bet. Tell her to meet me at the door in about 20 minutes." I'm like, myself, I'm like, "Yo, this girl's ugly. I'm still smashing, but I'm
You
never
fucked her in the car, right? Like on top of the thing?
No, I took her. That's another girl. I took her to my boy's crib.
Right?
My fault.
Met this girl at the door. She was all right. She had a nice little body. So we got in the car, went back to my boy's crib. We did our thing, and then she went to the bathroom. I ran out of condoms because we was going at it. I ran in his room. I said, "Yo, in 5 minutes you got to come out here." I said, "You got company coming over. She got to go." He said, "All right, bro, bet." So while he's there waiting, she's like, "Oh wait, let's keep going." I said, "Girl, I ain't got no condoms." She said, "It's fine. I'm on birth control." I said, "Bitch, I bagged you without talking to you." I said, "No, thank you."
Ain't no way.
Brought her back to her crib. Got out. She said, "So how do we do this? Like, do I give you my number?" I said, "I'm leaving for Georgia tomorrow. I'm never gonna come back. You're never gonna see me again."
Yo, this nigga is
And
crazy.
she said, "You're right. Okay." So like she goes to kiss me. I was like, "Have a good night." Jumped in the car, dipped.
Damn.
Never saw her again. So I might have a kid. I don't even know. I'm never gonna find out. Never ever gonna find out. But yeah, not my proudest moment because she like when we was kissing, I felt the little hairs. But I was like, you know what? It's easy. It's easy coochie.
If she followed this
Now?
pod, she gonna hit you up.
What's that?
So if she followed this pod, she gonna hit you up now.
Yeah, I don't even remember her name. I don't even think I got her name. I don't even think I got her name, bro. I'm just thinking about this shit now. I don't even know.
That's tough.
Bro just got to business.
What's up with you?
left.
Straight up
Is
business.
this a flex or is this like, should we, how should we
No,
feel
this
right
is
now?
this is the point. The whole point of the story was back in my 20s. I was fucking. Now I'm like, I'll fuck, but it's got to make sense.
Yeah.
The vibes got to be there. If this happened like today, no, I wouldn't. I mean, maybe. But I don't think it would have went down the same way it went down 13 years
I would know her name right now.
Yeah, I would at least got her number and been like, maybe we could talk another time.
Nah, we don't do numbers no more, bro. You get Instagrams.
That's so crazy. I don't get that concept. I never will understand that shit. Like, I get it. You want to like vet the person and see what they're about. Like, I went to talk to a girl and she was like, "Oh, I went through your Instagram. Like, you save your shit on the top." She's like, "I went through all your stuff." I was like, "What the fuck were you looking for?" She's like, "I was just seeing if you a hoe." And I'm like, like, why is it every guy you talk, like, why do you talk to a guy, you gotta be a hoe? Because
That's
you're
not
attracted
the
to him.
reason. If I stay on the phone with her for more than 30 seconds, she can track my call and like see where I'm at. That's my reason. So I want my
She
privacy.
said every woman I speak to has low jack. That's it. She
You feel me?
tracking
Her dad might be a cop or working FBI. Really,
I was about to say, you fucking with FBI bitches? Like, hold
you
on.
feel me? Like,
Honestly,
High
FBI
class.
bitches probably got fire coochie though. So
Yeah.
You never know.
they got
Gotta give up a little bit of freedom for that firebox. You know what I mean?
nah, for real though. But speaking of fathers, how was everybody's Father's Day? Everybody had a good Father's Day?
It was good.
Niggas
chill.
working.
I was a good
Working.
father. I wasn't a father yet, but it was a good father. It was a good Father's Day.
It was a good Father's Day.
It's good fathers.
It was good fathers.
It was a good day of fathers.
What y'all do?
I actually I helped host an event at my job. It was pretty chill. That was pretty
It
much
was
it.
like fathers got discounts to come.
No, they just got to watch their kids have a good time. See your son compete in a competition. Adds a little adrenaline to the day, let you know your kid's on top of the charts.
That's pretty rewarding for the fathers. Yeah. What about you?
Shit.
So my dad lives in Pennsylvania. I gave him like a FaceTime call. We chopped it up for a little bit, and then I went on 2K and I was dunking on people. So
Damn. I hit my pops with the, "Hey dad, text him. Happy Father's Day. Hope all is well. Love you. God bless." And I mean that shit. but
Same. I mean,
I didn't really get to see him. Unfortunately, that was my Father's Day. It was House of Dragons time. It was homework time. It was
business still.
Yeah.
Life was still going.
life was still lifing. So I feel like for me that kind of like sucks though. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
the holidays as you get older don't seem as like valuable as they should be, because those are the real times we actually get together and like celebrate with our families. So like now that we're not even doing that, and then like life is moving so fast, like 6-7 months can go by and like you haven't seen nobody, like that shit, you got, I don't know, just appreciate the moment and value the time that they're here, because they are getting older type shit. And
I feel that.
do you guys
real
have
shit.
like a message that y'all would leave for your fathers? I know we're a little late, but fuck it. Like something you would say to your dad right now? Anybody?
Shout out to the GOAT.
Shout out to the GOAT.
For real, shout out to my dad. You the real one. Always been there. Love you for it. And I always will.
Okay. That wasn't bad.
What you got?
I like to let everybody go first. You feel me? I'm chivalrous.
Like shout out to my father. Now that I'm older, I guess I can see things from your perspective, and I understand it a little more now. So
Shout out.
shout out to you,
Shout out
out
to
to
sir.
Just know that I don't leave the big lights on anymore. It's all
Yeah.
lamps in this
I
house.
leave mine on all the time now. You can't tell me nothing.
He said, "I pay this shit."
I sleep with the music on and TV on. No, but
Anything
yeah,
for your
for
dad?
my dad, I would probably be like, you know what, Pops, you the man. I love you. Hope everything's well, and appreciate you being you, man. That's what I got. If you guys gonna go that like surface level, I'll keep it at the surface level. All right.
That wasn't too surface level. I mean, it means something differently to all of us, like everything we said to each other.
Oh, we're dead ass. Shout out to dads. Like, you good? Like,
He said surface level. I
y'all
was like,
good.
All right.
there's a backstory. Like,
Unfortunately, I think I used up all the time to leave the message for our dads telling you about the girl that I bagged that I didn't talk to.
Yeah.
So,
we had so much
Disclaimer.
detail and context about masturbating a vagina, but we start talking about our dads. We quiet as hell. Like, the fuck?
that's how it is. It's a stoic man-to-man relationship.
Like, damn. We got mad comfortable fucking bitches, left her on red and don't know her name. But my dad, I know everything about him. Shout out to dad.
Shout out to dad.
Shout out
Like,
to
you're-
dads.
and your emotions. I forgot the emotions part.
We love you. And yeah, now we're living you. Like,
For real.
all right, nah. All right, cool. Music time then. Fuck it. Y'all ever heard the new album that just dropped this past Friday on June 14th, the Don Toliver album?
I did.
I haven't listened to it yet, but
One of the most anticipated albums from an artist, because Don Toliver is really, really good on features, right?
Yeah.
So this is what, now we're in the stage of hip hop where there are artists that has segue into two different spectrums. One is album ready artists, and then two is feature ready artists.
right.
Don Toliver is leading towards the new generation, which is feature ready artists. These albums are no longer albums where they're cohesive anymore. They're playlist music, but a lot of people like that. If you like hear his music for a long time, it doesn't sound like something you want to keep listening to, but you pick out certain songs and add to the playlist. It was really good. So some of the songs on there is like really good, but then most of the songs on there, I was just like, bro, come on. And all the songs that I did like, he has somebody else on it. So
Yeah.
it just proves my point. Don Toliver is a feature artist. He's not an album artist.
I'm like in between because I see what you're saying. Like his
Offset,
best
right?
songs
That was
are
the
like
hottest
the feature
one.
ones. Yeah,
Yeah, like
I agree. But he could still put the album together. Like even with his singles with just him, it flowed. I ain't gonna lie.
it was like I wasn't like thoroughly impressed. I don't think it was better than either like A Boogie's album or what's his name?
Gunna.
Yeah, I can't believe I forgot his name.
Gunna's album.
Gunna's album.
Mhm.
Yeah, Gunna's. I still have those a little bit more on repeat. But there's like 2-3 songs. Oh damn, I can't even look up the
I mean-
names. It was good though.
I mean, for me, I enjoyed Don's album. I thought it was actually really good. I mean, I looked at it and I was noticing the numbers. Like, it never went past. If you look at the numbers on it, it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. He actually broke it into 4 separate like sections.
Oh,
His
shit.
album, yeah. So it's 4 different like I wouldn't say like sounds, but like 4 different like I guess
Vibes.
vibes of him, like things that he wanted to create. And I thought that was actually really dope. I was wondering
Yeah,
why.
that is dope.
Yeah, I was wondering when I was looking at it, I was like, why does it say 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2? I was like, oh, okay, he broke it into 4 different sections.
Like 4
Yeah.
parts. Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope. That's different.
That is dope. Yeah, the album cover is hard. The beats on there was like really, really good. I can tell like that Cash Cobain shit.
Oh yeah.
good
Yeah,
song.
like that song is really becoming like the new sound so
Sound.
far.
Bro, it already had my shoulders like.
Fucking that bitch and that make it say
Yeah,
But
shit go hard.
single wise, I really like the it was like first 2 songs in there. It was like Bandit and Glock. I actually really enjoyed those, and those had no features from him for him.
Glock I did like there was. Can I see the playlist?
Yeah, I got you,
My
man.
fault.
Yeah, Bandit go hard.
Kryptonite was good.
Kryptonite was my favorite.
Yeah, first
Oh,
song.
Backstreets was hard. I liked Backstreets. I didn't like Inside. Anything with Travis Scott, I just like looked the other way.
I had to listen to the
It's
future
crazy
song.
because they're
Purple.
basically the same artist, so it's like one just got just different tones of voice. So it's like
Yeah,
you're
but
playing the
Travis
same
got
2
the
type
evil
of people
tone.
on there.
Travis
Yeah.
Scott was his beneficiary, if I'm not mistaken. Like he put him on. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Travis. So I guess the story is Travis Scott
Oh, Purple Rain.
stumbled on him during a show in Texas.
Oh
He
shit.
came into like he was like a smaller bar,
Yeah,
and he popped in there and he heard him and he was like, "Okay, this guy.
this
Yeah,
is the
we-
nigga right here.
That's what's up. I didn't know that.
Nah, that's dope. I actually did
It's a
not know
dope-ass
that.
backstory.
Of course, that's nice that he's giving him his flowers. Like if you look, Travis Scott's like one of the most like featured features on the album. Like
On this one?
Sure.
yeah, he put Travis Scott's on like 4 songs.
Yeah, nah, because
Out
I
of
don't
everybody.
like. I like the Brother Stone with Kodak Black. That one was hard.
Goo goo
Attitude.
gaga like a baby.
Yeah.
Attitude is crazy.
We already heard it though. Like I think that was
Oh.
like a lead single already. So I was kind of like, I usually when the lead singles come in the drop, but in the album drop already, I'm kind of like already over it.
Yeah,
But Purple Rain,
that shit go hard. Him
that
and
shit was
Future.
hard. Yeah, that one was hard.
I love you.
I thought it was
Yeah.
good. I actually liked. Was it the Kodak Black one? What was?
Yeah,
the
that
one
was
before
Kodak Black, and then Tore Up was before that.
Attitude. I'd go attitude, Brother Stone, and then I'd do Purple Rain. If I had to say a mix out of those 3 features, that was what I enjoyed.
Yeah, Brother Stone was tough.
Brother Stone.
Out of the 10, which I rated it.
I'm gonna go a solid 8.
8.
I'll give it an 8.
Yeah, it's not a bad album.
I'm gonna give it a 7.5, bro. Because this album it's not bad, but I don't think it's gonna have that replay value as much as the other albums do. I think it's gonna kind of like come and go. Like by the end of summer, we really not gonna hear this album type shit.
There's gonna be a bunch of TikTok songs.
Maybe even that. Sure, attitude, different avenue,
Different avenue.
You feel me though?
See, now I can't even come out with my album now because that shit is still on the hood. It's still on the drill music flow. My shit is too late for me. I gotta start from scratch now because of you guys. Keep elevating the sound and shit. But yeah, man. Anybody heard the new Toosii though?
Where you been?
Bro,
That single, yeah.
to me, bro, Toosii just makes like the best, like current, like this is what Rod Wave should be doing, but he can't do it properly.
Yeah.
Like you feel me? He's doing what Rod Wave could have been doing, but he's perfected it. So shout out to Toosii, man. That Where You Been, that shit hard.
It's on the playlist when you chilling with Shorty for real.
Yeah.
But I feel like we go to Toosii for that sound now. It's like you're gonna make them heartache, love. Like,
It's gonna get played out though. Don't get me wrong. So he come out with a whole
Yeah.
album and that whole shit like that. I'm gonna cut his ass.
yeah.
So
That's why he be throwing like little EPs here and there. Like,
see, they know they lane. You feel me? They know they can't put their album. So now they doing what they can. So that people won't keep saying how shitty their album is. You feel me?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Shout out Toosii.
Shout out Toosii. Last music thing we have was Moneybagg Yo. Moneybagg Yo dropped Speak Now. And out of everything that dropped so far, I'm not gonna lie, surprisingly, this is probably my favorite. As far as beat selection went, as far as the best song out of everything is on that album. It's with
crazy.
him and Chris Brown.
I heard that.
That
was
shit
actually
was
not
so
bad.
hard. And I was just like, bro, this shit, anything with Chris Brown, he just,
You know Chris gonna turn
yeah,
up.
he's not
Yeah.
adobo, he's not sazon, he's like fucking garlic.
Sofrito.
Yeah, like, you feel me?
That
Sofrito or
nigga
just
definitely
garlic. Like,
frozen
he's
sofrito.
garlic, nigga. Like, everybody love garlic. That shit go in anything, you
Yep.
feel me?
Nah,
But
it's hard for Chris Brown to miss real shit.
Yeah,
Chris
bro.
Brown cheese, it just make everything taste better.
That nigga's longevity though, bro. Like that nigga been having a game in a chokehold for a minute.
Yeah, I forgot
Type
who was
shit.
talking about it, but they were basically saying how if Chris Brown, if that whole, was it Fat Joe? I think it was Fat Joe. Like if the whole Rihanna incident never happened, Chris Brown would be like low key as big as Mike Jackson.
Yeah,
Michael
like
Jackson.
right behind him type shit.
Possibly.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
But Moneybagg Yo's album was, I thought it was really dope. I was mad fucking surprised to see Morgan Wallen on there.
Yeah,
A lot more artists are trying to hop into that country lane. And I'm like, yo, that's dope. Get in your bag.
everything is opening up and expanding, bro. It takes that one popular artist to make it sound listenable, and then everybody was like, "Oh, if they can do it, I can do it."
Cowboy Carter dropped. Now we're like,
Nah, bro.
hike up your boots. Let's go.
That other dude, what's his name?
Shabuzi.
Not even the other one started the wave though.
Oh, Lil Nas
I mean,
X.
Little Nas.
Yeah, him.
Yeah,
That is true. But he actually spoke on that too, saying how he felt like, I feel like Beyonce is more prevalent for that only because he's even spoke on how like people didn't show him the love he expected. Like
What?
with country music, the country community definitely like still pushed him to the side. But when Beyonce came out, they were hype on her. They were
wasn't
hype
he
on
about
her.
to get like a deal with Wranglers because of that shit?
Think so.
I don't know. I think he just went left. I love the song, but once he started doing all
Yeah,
that
all that
stuff,
extra shit.
Sliding
it
on a
was just
pole
like-
to hell, you're like,
Yeah,
bro.
nah, I think he got the love he deserved. He just switched lanes on us
he
way
wandered it.
too
Yeah,
quick.
it's not country no more. He was reaching. He was just reaching for making controversial videos and making controversial talk to have people mad at him and shit like that to get him to watch. So that's what his lane became versus just making. If he would have just
Yeah.
stuck with the country shit and then had the country look,
I feel that.
That shit still
Yeah.
go hard.
Honestly,
yeah, it's a good song.
I think that he went that with Old Town Road. I think that was a similar situation to like when he started doing all that extra shit, where he was just trying to like cause a reaction.
Yeah,
because he was like a young black dude doing country music.
yeah.
So I think that was really more or less what it was. I don't think because like if you listen to his
He
music
don't really
later
like
on,
country music.
that wasn't really his music. Like if you listen to the song he did with Cardi and
Yeah,
it's not country,
or Jack Harlow, right?
Yeah.
that one too.
Yeah,
He just did it for the reaction and he
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah, he
You know
put
what I mean?
Billy Ray Cyrus on there. He had him going off. He knew a bunch of fans from there would come pull towards him. And that's how you get your name out there. He's like, boom.
So what we got to do to get our name out there? What's some type of controversial shit that we can talk about right now that'll be like, oh shit?
Nothing controversial. We just need Lil Nas X on the pod.
I'm telling you right
Shit.
now, if one of y'all get
Thumbs
caught
up.
sucking dick, we up.
Nah. You see, like, hold on.
It's definitely not going to put us up.
Wowzers.
You say, yeah, go ahead. You try it, bro.
Not me.
Yeah.
Gun to your head.
Gun to your head. What you doing? He like,
For $1 billion, nobody had to know.
Yo, it's crazy that Abe just asked that the other night. We were all in New Haven walking in the parking lot. He said, nobody has to know, bro.
I did.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I
I
don't even
did.
remember
I
that
don't
shit.
remember that shit.
That's crazy. I dead ass don't. I probably did. Like yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I would.
He said, we black out the pause situation. Pause means
Yeah.
blackout, erase.
I remember what happened last week that caused like that whole shit. We were talking about some shit that we weren't supposed to talk about, and I think it kind of like cursed us. So let's try not to say the D word this time, guys.
Facts.
We've been working on it.
Yeah,
I'm not even going to ask what the word is, so I'm just going to.
it rhymes with Mike.
Ah,
Ah.
yeah. Yeah.
Said it at least 40
Yeah.
times.
Yeah,
Bro.
went crazy with that. So he was just like Mike, but just put a D in front of the mic. That's all.
Yeah, I'll do it. That'll do it.
It was given
That'll do
it was
it.
given Ben Stiller from Meet the Fockers on the plane.
Yeah, that was Meet the Parents though,
That was me. Oh shit. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Parents were still being met.
because the
Right.
Parents was the plane scene. That was the plane scene.
That was the first movie.
Yeah, he was
Meet the
like bomb,
Fockers.
bomb, 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 bomb. Yeah, I forgot why we even mentioned them to begin with.
Because Moneybagg
Moneybagg.
made a country song with Morgan Wallen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, shout out to Moneybagg. You so far, To me, you got the hottest project out right now. Toosii got the hottest single out right now. Don Toliver. He's a good follow up. Great projects. Great music is out. Great music is coming.
Yep.
That's all I got about the music, unless y'all heard some other shit.
Nah, I agree. I think all
Yeah.
three can be put on anyone's playlist, and they all rock.
Yeah, tune in.
Grippy.
Just to make sure, because ladies and gentlemen, Adam himself is an artist too. He's
Yeah.
rapping, and you also got some music coming out.
I do.
Talk to me.
I got a new project. We're trying to figure out the exact drop date because I want to do. We're gonna do it right. Drop a single first and market it, and do a release party actually.
Mm-hmm.
So we're doing it. We're gonna do it right. I was trying to get it done for July, but you don't rush music
Greatness.
to
Yeah.
try to hit a
Yeah.
deadline.
Yeah.
You gotta, so even if it catches the tail end of the summer, summer really doesn't end till the end of September anyway, beginning of October.
Actually, November now, but
yeah,
yeah.
the way everything's
Try to
going.
get it
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
Be on the lookout for
It's
that.
barely as like winter now. It's just like summer and fall now. Like
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's so I mean it should still hit the right times. I mean, and like we got DJs on the team, so it's gonna hit out in the clubs and the bars.
I'm excited to hear,
so,
bro.
Yeah,
You
you
gotta,
you already heard
um,
some of it, like a couple
yeah.
of it. It's,
The beats is hard.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely gonna be a good vibe. It's gonna be a little bit different than what I've been doing, but that's what the whole point of music is, to test what you can and can't do.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I mean, it's still gonna have lyricism in it. I'm still gonna be spitting. That's my
That's
whole,
your bread and
my whole
butter.
thing. But I'm
That's
definitely gonna be focusing on making music and that I enjoy listening to,
Yeah.
and that's the biggest thing. But yeah, it's gonna be a good time. So it's all samples. It's gonna be called. So originally I was gonna call it Life. So one of the first songs I made years ago was called Life at a Party.
Mm-hmm. I remember
and
that.
it was like a vibey track. So this whole thing is gonna be like a fun summer vibe. So I'm actually naming the whole project Still the Life at a Party.
Nice.
So it's gonna be 7 tracks. Got a few features on there. A couple artists that I've actually never worked with before.
Wow.
So it's something I figured, you know what, it'll be good to branch out, talk to other
Mhm.
people,
Right.
build new bonds, and get yourself out there. I mean, that's another thing you do for marketing.
That's how you
right?
stay relevant
Hell
with
yeah.
the youth. Like you
Yeah.
tap in with the artists who are kind of like
Yep.
catering to that new sound, and you collab together. You feel me?
Yep,
Gotta
exactly,
network.
exactly. So it's
That actually
definitely-
made me wanted to ask you though, because like you were talking about how you were making music that caters to like your sound and what you want to hear.
Yep.
But I was gonna ask you how does like your music contribute or reflect like the actual culture or like the social climate of like today's music?
So I mean, it really depends, like on the music itself. The because like you're saying, albums aren't really cohesive anymore.
Yeah.
So a lot of all my albums are cohesive, but like depending on the album, it had something that was more relevant. So like this is gonna be more geared towards like the vibes and the summer and the energy. So that's really what it's gonna be like. I do have I'm Jordanian and half Jordanian and like part Palestinian.
What the hell is that?
Palestine?
Yeah,
From
so-
Jordan.
Jordan,
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I
Middle
didn't.
Eastern.
I didn't
yeah.
even know Jordan was a country. Oh,
Yeah.
bro, I'm making myself
that's
look
that's
bad
where
right
the
now.
Jordan from Adam Jordan comes from.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
All right, bet.
So
So that was your last name.
but it's I'm part Palestinian, so like one of the tracks on there is gonna have a sample of a Palestinian song,
Oh, all right.
and there's
Nice.
a chant from a soccer game where they're basically cursing out Israel in Arabic.
Damn.
So it's gonna be related. The song may not directly reflect the conflict, but it's gonna have some type of element to it to show my support to my people.
yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So
That's dope.
and that was one of the most important things to me, was like I have to include an element of something that means a lot to me right now, especially in like what's going on right now with them.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
crazy.
So
And-
that's your contribution to the social part and the culture,
Right.
because you're actually adding where you're from to it. And is
I
that
mean-
samples or is it like just the actual like skits and stuff?
So it's so the beat is a sample of a Palestinian song.
Okay.
And then the chant is from like an actual soccer game where the Egyptians were yelling this in the game.
Oh, okay.
They're like
crazy.
yelling this like while I think there was some type of soccer, some type of Israeli player was on the other team, so they were chanting it basically while he was playing.
Oh
So,
shit.
But yeah, that's definitely one of my main contributions to it, and it's definitely going to be important to it, and honestly, like if you like a lot of people don't realize it, like, but a
What?
lot of the stuff that I do, my nationality and my culture is kind of embedded in the music.
Everything you do already.
Yeah, like if you look at like pictures, even like I have a scarf that says Jordan on it, like with my country's flag on it.
Yeah.
The keffiyeh, the scarf that I don't know if you've seen them people wearing it. Put it on their head also. It's like a white and black scarf with like the tassels on it.
Yeah.
I have that. That's in my car right now.
So I always got to rep home.
Yeah, I always go
dope,
out
though.
and like show support, and it's everything. It's always part of what I do.
You be speaking the language in your music?
Not fluently. So this album does have like a bar of it in Arabic.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Well, it was actually a wild ass transition. It was regular English, then I did patois, then I went right into Arabic.
Hey yo,
Patois.
Yeah,
I ain't stepping
okay.
outside.
yeah.
All right, fuck it.
So
I do
that's
have a
what's up.
question now, like to open up the conversation on all of us. Like, compare from last year to this year. Do you guys feel like hip hop has like went forward or backwards?
I think music has progressed. Like,
Has it progressed?
I do think music has progressed, not for nothing. I mean, we've come a long way from bars, then we went to mumble rap, and now, like, I feel like
No, just from
mumble-
last year to this year, from 2023, 2024.
if I have to say, then I mean, if I'm looking at just within a year, I can't say that music has progressed 100%. Like I said, I do think a lot more rappers are more like clear in their words, but it still means nothing, if that makes
Right.
sense. It's just more or nothing. If
It's
I
elementary
nothingness.
bars, basically. Elementary bars.
exactly.
That I probably would have to say like that's the new standard of today's sound to be promoted, commercialized, and all that shit. It's the bars have to be elementary. They have to be so simple that the dumbest of the dumb can understand and comprehend, and the smartest of the smarts can do it too, but do it in a way is contradicting and like disrespectful. Like, so I don't know. I just feel like today's sound, like from last year, the main conversation was it's 50 years of hip hop, and it was one of the slowest, like most like uninteresting years for a long time, like I think ever. So it was also the main time where like women were on top, like of the entire like rap game, hip hop's. All the women is popping like left and right.
Yeah, I feel like that's the only thing that saved the last year. Aside from that, we was heading in a terrible direction from, like Rad said, the mumble rap to the drill rap.
All that shit. Well, all that shit was already around though, but like now I just feel like the level of interest compared to last year and this year, they recognized that last year was okay. If this is not gonna work, the ladies is not. They're cool, but they're not gonna really hold it down completely. So how to get everybody's attention back in? Two of the greatest lyricists of like of our time had to really come outside and peak interest and make one of the greatest musics like we've heard in years.
They had to start a war. Just to
the heavy
get
hitters had to have
Yeah.
had to come outside. So it's just, to me, I don't think nothing has progressed because of that. Is that because the heavy hitters were still the ones who, once they come out, that's who everyone's paying attention to. Once the other people come out, everybody is selecting who out of those women who we're fucking with. You feel me? But we all know we fuck with Kendrick and Drake to some capacity where we're going to tune in regardless.
Right.
So I don't think it's progressed. I think if anything, it's like Rad said, it's just the same, because what's been innovative about this year compared to last year or in the past 5 years within the music industry?
I would say, my bad to cut you off. I would say that Drake and Kendrick beef was like big. We haven't seen something like that since, I would probably say, like maybe like Tupac and Biggie. And aside from that, I feel like now we're starting to like kind of divert into a new sound with this whole like Cash Cobain, Chow Lee. So it's like, it's exciting. You feel me? It's like a new sound that's tolerable. It's not like mumble rap, like Young Thug lifestyle type of shit.
I agree. That's actually what I was literally like about to get out. I was like, I feel like there is a certain level of evolution, like with the Cash Cobain flows and, you know, like getting them shoulders moving. But at the same time, I've heard that from slightly other rappers, just made in a different way. But I also think, I think it depends on your category of music that you listen to, though,
Right.
as well. Because like the same way you don't find Hardstone Psycho like as crazy catchy. Someone on the other side of this planet might think that's the most revolutionary album that
It's
is
true.
The youngins for sure. Like,
you know what I'm saying?
It's true.
but the thing about Don Toliver is that I love Don Toliver. I know what he can do, how his sound is, and what he can do with it. I just don't feel like he kind of like challenged himself. I think he figured out what was working for him with the features and just was like, okay, I'm just gonna do that same formula for the whole album. And some of those were hits, but to me, if you're gonna do that for a whole album, I'm just gonna pick the best ones and then kind of like not listen to everything else.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's the same formula. So I'm gonna listen to like, all right, which I'm gonna find the one with the best arrangement on it, and that's the one I'm gonna listen to.
Yeah,
So
I get that. I mean,
True.
my take on it is, so it's like 3 angles on it.
damn.
So it's
Damn, compartmentalize the shit out of that.
so you like the difference between last year and this year, right? It's not a high bar to clear. So I don't think it was a matter of progression. It's an upward trend, but it's not a progression. It didn't go down. It just didn't. It's just it moved in a positive direction, but it didn't really.
More of
It wasn't
a
impactful.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a move in a positive direction is a good thing. Now the other side of it is the reason why a lot of these albums don't have cohesion and all this other stuff and everything's elementary is that people's attention spans now are getting shorter and shorter. That's why if you look at songs,
Yeah,
2 minutes,
2 minutes.
minute 58, minute 50, minute whatever, it's like because people's attention spans are getting shorter and shorter. Look at TikTok, look at Instagram Reels.
Yeah.
You know, like music videos. Like nobody goes on YouTube to watch music videos anymore. They go to TikTok to see the clip of the video. They go on Instagram to see the clip of the video. And
It's kind of annoying.
That's part of the problem with music is that people's attention spans are getting shorter and shorter, and that's just unfortunately that's just the youth now. It's like that's
Yeah.
the you know
We like things fast, the
Yeah.
information and we like to
that's-
receive it very quickly. So
and that's part of it, yeah.
Yeah.
And then the third fold is to kind of piggyback off the Drake and Kendrick thing. So I don't fully agree with you guys where music is going in a direction of where like Cash Cobain and like the drill rap, like all the different sounds, like the melodic drill, his whatever sound. Like I don't really know what you could classify his sound as, but it's music. Like everything has a cycle, and it always goes back to the start. So like fashion.
lyricism is coming back.
Yeah, no, like I had this conversation with my boy the other day, and I said, "Yo, like everybody looking at it like who won between Drake and Kendrick, and the reality of it is hip hop won.
Yeah.
We won, and I say that all the time because it's like, yo, I'm not picking a side. I'm not saying this person won, Kendrick won, but
Kendrick
I'm
won.
not picking a side, right? Like I'm just enjoying the music, like. Lyrically, who won? Obviously, Kendrick. Kendrick's way better lyricist than
Yeah,
Drake.
but that Family Matters shit though, I ain't gonna lie.
That was the best
shit
track.
hard.
That was my opinion. That was the best
fault.
track.
Damn, bro.
My fault.
Family Matters was the best track out of all of them.
Yeah.
Like everyone's like, oh, Not Like Us. No, Not Like Us was good, but it wasn't
Family-
like you could tell that it wasn't really Kendrick's sound.
Thing.
Family Matters broke up into 3 different parts, 3 different
and
beats,
each
3
beat
different
slaps,
flows.
and each song was fire. Like each thing, but like if I had to, obviously, if you know you had to pick, obviously Kendrick absolutely
Yeah.
cooked him.
I
But
put it like
Yeah.
in terms of like if it was boxing,
yeah,
like Kendrick got more hits in.
Yeah, 100%.
It wouldn't have been like I think you said it when we were speaking on this on the car. You said it wouldn't be a win by knockout. It was a win by more hits.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
it was a
By points.
Yeah, you
unanimous
put in the
decision,
points.
unanimous
Unanimous
decision,
decision,
100%.
for sure.
But it's a good thing for hip hop. Like you got guys like Benny the Butcher, all the guys in Griselda that they've been in the back doing the bars, making the music, like making the
Yeah.
older style. That stuff's gonna come back to the forefront. I mean, it's just unfortunate that Benny and them guys are like closer to my age or older, so it's like their time is much shorter.
But
But in
it's
the
still
same
there.
token,
I'm not jacking
They're-
that. 2 Chainz is like in his 40s, and he just dropped the album Cali Grove like last year. Like, come on, like they can
honestly-
still give it up as long as you can rap and hit the studio up and to make that music come. It don't matter how old
you're
you
gonna
are.
have your lane. You're gonna have your
Yeah.
fan base. 2 Chainz already established, so the people that are
Yeah.
gonna listen to his music are his people. So he's
Yeah.
always gonna have his consistent flow. Benny and them never got mainstream enough to be that level, but Benny does have a big enough following that he could live.
Yeah,
off
Benny
of
is
whatever he
valid.
does.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
nah.
sure.
Benny's one of the best rappers in the game.
He's like this generation's version of Nipsey,
yeah,
respectfully.
yeah. I mean, well, for the East Coast, for sure.
For the East, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like lyricism is 100% going to come back because the thing is that everyone tuned in to Drake and Kendrick.
And we looked up all the bars. We did our research. We wanted to figure out what the double entendres were.
Yeah. And
That
that's
shit
the
was
thing. Nobody's been doing that.
Yeah.
Because everyone's just like, oh, I'm not, his beat's crazy. Like, bro, the last 5 years, I would say, the real stars of music have not been the rappers.
It's been the producers.
Metro
Metro
Boomin
Metro's
proved
shining.
that point when he made that project. What was it, Heroes and Villains?
Yeah.
We had everybody on it. Everybody tuned in, obviously, because of Future and all the other artists. But the reality of
the
it
beats
is,
was hard.
the reason why that album was fire was not because of the artists, was because of the
the
damn
production.
beats.
Hell yeah.
Murder Beats, all them guys, all those dudes carried music.
Yeah.
Because
I
nobody
remember. It was like I remember the intro to Heroes versus Villain more than I remember the lyrics in Heroes versus Villain.
Yeah.
And I mean the way he transitioned it with Homelander, all that stuff. But like,
Feel me?
it was a good. It's the sound. Like producers kept hip hop afloat.
Yeah.
But lyricism is coming back because now everybody tuned in. Everybody was checking for what the hell was being said.
Right.
Said. Everybody was checking for the lyricism, and that stuff's gonna come back because now people are.
They
like,
saw how
once
many
you-
times they kept replaying, and they was like, "Oh, this is number 1, number 2."
Yeah.
And
Real
it's-
lyricists. All right.
And what's crazy about it is like what I was comparing it's like sugar. Like right, we like if let's say you haven't had sugar in mad long, the moment you have a Coke or you have a Pepsi or you have a
Shit gonna
Snickers,
taste good as hell.
yeah, it's gonna be the best taste ever, and you're gonna want more of it.
Yeah.
So that's the thing is that everybody's gonna see this stuff, and now they're gonna tune into Don Toliver. They're gonna tune into a Toosii. They're gonna tune into rappers that aren't like artists that aren't really rappers,
Yeah.
right? And they're gonna go, this is all right. It's not bad. I can vibe to it, but like I can't like.
There's no substance.
It's not a quotable.
Yeah.
There's nothing quotable. I'm not gonna have
Right,
quotable.
right.
Like Moneybagg, you might get some quotables. 'Cause
Yeah.
Moneybagg raps.
Yeah.
But you might get some quotables out of them. But that's the thing is that I'm like if you were to sit me in a room right now and ask me to pick 3 people out of that list, I'm gonna play Moneybagg's project. I'm gonna listen to it start to finish.
Hell
I'm gonna brush Don Toliver aside. I'm gonna push Toosii aside. I'm gonna listen to Moneybagg.
But he had the best project. I'm not gonna lie.
And I mean, it's you know why? Because it's
That
lyricism.
nigga be rapping.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
the thing is that like you make music, you know how important lyricism is.
Yeah.
And, like,
That's why it's hard
sound,
to listen to this like today's sound.
Yeah, like, and that's the thing, and that's why I think that.
I'm sorry, I'm touching your knee.
That's why I think that that battle was the best thing that could have happened for music
it was
this year and going forward.
It was a good time to happen because
needed it.
shit was going like really, really slow for a while.
Yeah, no, and unfortunately, that's what happens when the producers are the stars of music, because production can only get you so far. I mean, it gets you far. Like
Not everybody got
shout
that
out
sound
to
now.
Scoops, but like you know, production will get you from A to C. But what about the Z? You need the lyricism to finish the marathon essentially.
Yeah,
Right.
So
I agree. Well, I ain't gonna lie, guys. That was really, really great with the music topics. That was awesome. But we're gonna start transitioning out of music. Just in closing, though, I would like to say, yes, lyricism is back on the rise. Stay tuned. All right, and Tank versus Frank Martin. Anybody get to see the fight?
Hell yeah.
yep.
I didn't watch all of it. But I seen what I needed to.
I ain't gonna lie. I saw that shit right before the pod. 37 minutes. Somebody on Twitter posted the whole fight.
Shout out to X.
Yeah. I was like, nah, shout out to Twitter.
Yeah.
I don't follow that.
Call
I
that
don't play
shit.
it.
Yeah, but
Never calling it X.
yeah, that shit is weird. But the fight we were talking about a little bit before you guys got here, it was really the perfect setup fight. Like Tank had complete control, even though it didn't look like it in the first 6 rounds. But once he got going after like 7 round, he like before the fight even started, he was like he's gonna get knocked out in 9. He knocked him out in 8.
Yep.
Yeah,
That was
shit
a
was
really good
crazy.
fight. It's another win for Short Kings. Feel me?
For a short
My,
case.
my man only 5'5". He knocked out a 5'8". Nigga, like
Nah, Tank
we
is
did-
the truth, bro.
we up here.
Yeah, Frank was a lot more like muscular than him and bigger than him.
That actually slows you down.
Bruh,
Yeah.
at one point, his hands wasn't even up. He just kept having Frank in the corner. Like, he literally had him in the corner, just like, what are you going to do?
He learned that Frank can't fight backwards. Frank can only fight forward. So
Yo, the
knockout-
whole time he's literally walking and following
Walking him
him.
down.
Like even while he was losing the rounds, he was still like putting pressure on him the whole time.
And that's
So,
not
like,
even the way Tank fight. He's normally the shorter artist. I mean, the shorter fighter. You feel me? So he's always on like the defensive tip.
Yeah.
He kept him in the corners. It was really nice.
Fucked his ass
And
up.
then he threw a backflip on him at the end of the match. That's
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck is this?
Crazy
WWE?
Nah, yeah, he do that
I've
shit
never
all the
seen
time.
that. For real?
After all his fights, he do a backflip.
That's
I'm just
crazy.
saying, if somebody throw a backflip on me, you gonna get did like Daredevil's dad. I'm gonna keep it a
Nah, the
stack.
fucking memes was crazy.
Nah,
It
I'm
was like,
RKOing that nigga on some shit. Like,
it was like
they
a
was talking
magic
about what was it when the meme where it was like, imagine that's the first view you got, and it's like a
after
picture
getting knocked out.
of tank up in the air flipping.
that shit is crazy, bro.
Imagine you
That
wake
nigga's
up and
the
that's your
truth.
first view.
Yeah, I thought that they were saying that because while he was knocked out on the floor, he did that. He woke up and that's how he saw him in the air. Like, oh shit, yeah. I would have been mad as
They
hell.
dragging.
Like, yeah, he got knocked the fuck out though. I ain't gonna
Yeah.
lie, that shit was funny
He
as
was
hell.
looking around like
The second punch didn't even need it. He was already going down.
Yeah, he stumbled him with the uppercut.
Bro,
and
yeah,
just,
the
nigga
way
said, "What,
he
you
hit him
still
with
up?"
that hook, it literally looked like a video game. Like when you hit the character the one on this side and they still drop this way. That was exactly what happened. He said,
That ass.
That
Fell
nigga
right
fell
past
right
it.
on his
Bro,
ass.
I've been watching
son.
Rocky and Creed, bro, ever since. Like,
He's
just
like, I
to
need
get
more.
ready for the fight and everything. Like, that shit is really, really dope. The Tank fight, I wish I would have put money on it. I'm not good at gambling. Every time I do, I always lose. So I was just like, let me not. So I stood away from that. Yo, speaking of fights, who won between Boston and the Mavs?
Pretty sure Boston,
Boston just
did.
won.
Can't
They just
front.
won?
Yeah.
That one, yeah.
They was up by like 20. Yeah, shout out to Boston, man.
Man,
Celtics was
fuck
gonna-
Boston.
y'all niggas.
Yeah, fuck y'all
Celtics was
niggas.
gonna win. I said this. I
You
said
did.
this.
Thank God we didn't bet because
Nah,
he was the
yeah.
only one who said Boston. I give you that. You were the only one in this whole room who said Boston.
Yeah.
So
Now, all hating shit aside, you feel me? Shout out to Tatum. Shout out Brown. You feel
fuck Tatum. Brown
Yeah,
held
one
it
of them was
down.
like 22. That's
me?
crazy.
Yeah, they was
Yeah.
cooking them.
Brown
Jaylen
held
won
it down.
that shit.
Yeah.
Jaylen Brown won the MVP of the finals.
See,
Nice.
I thought
Good shit.
That's
Drew
his
Holiday
team.
was gonna win that shit. Drew Holiday
he
was
deserved it.
cooking.
Yeah, Drew was wilding out.
Drew was
Those were the
definitely
difference
on it.
makers.
In the perfect time too. Like when it was time to really lock in within those last 7 minutes.
They
Those were the
stepped
two
up.
that was
Yeah,
going in.
Drew Holiday and Derek White. I
Yeah.
feel like we're like the difference maker. That's not Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. You feel
Bro,
me?
Yeah,
that
Tatum. He was like Curry. Like he just was there for the ride type shit.
Yep.
Remember when Curry, like the first time, like he was just kind of like whack in the playoffs. He wasn't. It was really Clay and Draymond and what's his name, Iguodala, I think.
Iguodala,
Iguodala,
yeah.
yeah.
And Iggy won the MVP that one year.
Yeah, so
Yep, Iggy.
this time his team really won that for him. Tatum was just sitting back. Like, he wasn't really a threat in any capacity the entire series.
I mean, that team was stacked too. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Chris Stapps is wild, and he set the like momentum from jump. Once he came back, it was like, all right, I just felt like, all right, yeah, these niggas are gonna win. After watching the first game, I was like, yeah,
yeah,
They
they
wanted
squad
more.
like niggas is deep.
yeah,
that lineup was definitely
they got to see,
stacked.
It's crazy.
yeah.
That
If
new
they didn't win, it would have been crazy. Like, bro,
for real, that new 2K cover about to look
Nah,
good.
come on, let's keep it a stack though. The Boston Celtics had the easiest trip to the finals out
absolutely,
of everybody.
absolutely.
Yeah, but they beat the best team in the West 4-1.
Who?
The Mavs. I mean, technically the Mavs were the best team, right? They made it all the way to the finals.
The Mavs? Nah, they were the 5th seed.
But I'm saying like they won their way to the thing. So technically they're the
Which
best.
one
of
beat the Nuggets? Was it the?
the Mavs? The Wolves.
The Wolves, yeah, and
Yeah. So to me, that game and between the Wolves and the Nuggets and the Knicks versus the Philly, those were the two best series out of the whole playoffs this year. I don't think none of like as far as competition goes, it went all the way up to Game 7. Like I honestly did not know who the fuck was gonna win, even though I was confident that the Knicks were gonna pull through, but. I didn't think Ant was gonna pull it off. I honestly thought Jokic was gonna go all the way again. So
it would have
those
been
are
a
the
better
two good
series if like the Wolves and the Celtics was going at it. Can't front.
That shit would have been hard, right?
Yeah,
Or if Dallas was there, but Boston would have got like if it was Dallas versus Philly or some shit,
yeah.
that would have been hard. But yeah, that's what I have for that.
Boston was definitely going all the way. That roster had
It was too
too
much.
much depth.
It's way too much.
Too much. They were too. Yeah. Once I actually, because I didn't watch any. I don't watch Boston, so like only when it's time for playoffs, I'll tune in because I want to see what's up. But just their team was like once you really seen it, I was like, oh shit, yeah, this they're not just some light skinned skinny boys. You feel me? Like they got it.
Shout out to Boston.
Yeah. But speaking of light skin, Cardi B, like I heard what's up with the draft. Like It's now there's a bill that's being passed saying like you're automatically going to be drafted between 18 to 26, and now all of us just reached 27, 28, so we lit.
They don't want our old
Well, I've been in the clear, but
He said, they don't need me for shit.
even when I was in that age bracket, I was still overweight, so I technically was good to go.
He said, "This is on purpose, just so y'all know."
Nigga said,
Yeah, I've been dodging the draft because of the weight. You know what I mean?
I've been dodging
Now,
the draft.
now it's my
period.
time to shine.
Yeah. He said, man, but I could do your social media though.
He said, "Now that I'm too old to join, Ozempic, here I come."
Nah, but y'all heard what Cardi B said though, right?
Yo, I did actually.
That shit was actually pretty
She-
dope.
I watched it, but I don't remember what she said. I remember it was hilarious.
She was like, "There's nothing but a bunch of TikTokers that are gonna be enlisting at this point, going against like Russian soldiers who've like fought bears and had to
Yeah.
climb mountains to go to schools." Like,
He was wilding out.
And it's true though. I ain't gonna lie.
Honestly,
As funny as
I
that
feel
shit
like
sound,
that
it's
was
true.
mad rude, but it was also mad funny at the same
It's
time.
true.
Wait,
Climbing up mountains to get to school, that's OD.
I ain't been to Russia, so I can't.
Yeah, I have
can't
no
put that
idea
out
what
there,
they look
but
like.
it's crazy cold there.
Yeah, I
even
just heard
then-
it's snowy over there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of mountains, a lot of rough terrain.
Oh
But I
shit.
mean, even then, like most wars now ain't really fought with people. People aren't really on the ground fighting like that. It's all air warfare, missiles, and
It's cold wars out
Drones
here.
Yeah,
and
like
shit.
it ain't really like that. So it's like, I mean, obviously with them putting this on, like doing this whole bill,
Yeah.
it's obvious that they trying to send a message that there's something happening.
It's
You know what
about to
I mean?
happen because
Yeah.
Mhm.
somebody just I forgot where I saw that. I think I actually saw it on Daily Loud that one of the scientists predicted that tomorrow that World War III is going to be starting.
Tomorrow,
Yeah,
nigga,
said
I
that-
gotta work.
they said that on Friday.
Word.
Yeah.
It's
Tuesday?
entirely possible. I mean, it's all these different regions are fighting with each other. So it's like,
Yeah, Russia just officially declared United States their enemy not too a couple days ago.
yeah, well, they have right now. They got submarines and boats off the coast of like Florida down by Cuba because they're doing like with the Cuban Missile Crisis back in the 60s.
Yeah,
Same thing all over again.
we got
Yeah.
Taiwan versus China.
Yeah.
Yo, listen, God bless, man.
going
Let's
on.
not do all this shit. And I'm sorry that I don't have the heart to be a soldier and fight in this war. I don't even know who's in the right. You feel me? I
Honestly-
don't even know if we're in the right. Were we ever even in the right?
Nah.
We never
So
are.
We've been at war almost our entire existence as a country, bro. And rarely are we ever on the right side. We just on the side of our interests. That's always just what
Yeah.
it comes down to. Like
Mhm.
Damn,
that's really always what it is.
Stamp
Like
that.
the country is like our country is
my fault. Like,
is
can
great.
you move? This has been bothering me a little
Yeah.
bit. Move the mic a little bit. Yeah.
Better?
Yeah.
You.
Is the audio still gonna, it's gonna be good?
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
All right. You know, it's rarely this country's ever been on the right side. Like we're like the people are, you know, whatever, right? The freedom of the country itself is
Right.
but yeah, we've never really ever been on the right side of history in terms of the right and wrong in terms of whatever. But it's it going to war for this country would not be worth it. You're not
Oh, no.
you're risking your life for the wrong things.
I ain't gonna
True.
lie, yeah, because I don't know if you guys ever talk to soldiers, but sometimes I never really got the chance to, but I almost did, and it was hard to approach them because you can see how scarred they were,
Mhm.
and it's just like they don't come back the same person, and I just don't want to, like, I don't think, like you said, this country to lose all that, like my humanity, and
Mhm.
for something that's probably not even like in the right,
Yeah.
I don't think is worth it. And
Yeah.
it's not like you just got to be a soldier, follow orders. Here, do this, kill that. Here, kill this. So it's not really necessarily good for you, like
No.
I
to
think-
me, or worth it to me.
Yeah, my two takes on those is one to get back on topic. I guess it would be with Cardi B's reaction. For me, I feel like she was funny with it and relatable, like with what she was saying, how other countries have endured much more and they're going
Mhm.
to have stronger soldiers. But I also do think it's all right if we have those TikTok people going into war because you still got to go through those 6 months training, that fighting, learning the tech, learning everything. You're going to become a soldier, and some of them might end up putting their all into it. So we can't count them out just yet, but it's going to be funny to see them making TikToks on the war field. I'll tell you that.
I ain't gonna lie. There's people right now who I know, nigga, we know, like they're in the military right now. They be posting their TikTok reels, guns and shit like they in the
Shit
camps
is a
and shit.
joke.
So they're not treating it as
Oh,
a
yeah,
joke.
they-
It's they're dead ass with it. So it's like it's just a part of our times now. So like I don't think it's smart because you feel me. Like what if the enemy could track down your phone, like or IP
Oh, they can.
address?
Of course they can.
Yeah,
Of
so
course
it's like
they
I
can.
wouldn't
We
be
can,
doing
they
that. Yeah,
Mm.
maybe just recording it, and then when you get back home, then you post it like, "Oh, this is what we was doing," or some shit. But I don't know. That shit is all crazy.
And then secondly, I was gonna say with our country, you know, having this new bill passed, I was gonna say I think it was bound to happen again, if anything, only because
Nobody signs up.
exactly. And I mean, like you said, if you look, like I believe we talked about this before. If you look at most other countries, most of them have an automatic site like enlist. You have to,
Yeah, like
right
China,
when you turn
yeah, you have
18,
to do
gotta
it.
be.
You have to enlist for at least a year. Even Ray from Taiwan that chose on Kai Cenat stream, he just graduated college at 18. He has to join the military. He has
Yeah.
to do at least a year, and then he'll be free to go do whatever.
Yeah,
So
that
I
shit
get
crazy.
My father had to do a year in Jordan before he came here. When he graduated high school at 18, he went for 1 year into the military, and then he was able to come out and come here.
I get
Damn.
serving your country. I mean, there are benefits from it afterwards, which help you immensely. So it's not all bad. It just sucks, you know. It's in the name of war and having to defend something you might not believe in wholeheartedly.
If I knew for a fact, like for me, if it was like Haiti or Puerto Rico, and I was like fully born in either one of them, because that's what I am, then yeah, fuck it, I'll fight for those countries. But for America, nah, you colonize Puerto Rico, and y'all the reason why Haiti is in a war right now.
Yeah.
So it's like, why would I want to fight for y'all? Fuck y'all, but like y'all handle that.
Yeah,
You
it's
feel
supposed
me?
to be the land of the free, man.
Yeah,
What do you
land of
think's happening over in the
Yeah,
Middle
but
East?
land of the free, that shit come for a price. You feel me? Like that shit not cheap.
Yeah.
No, the price is other people.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like you said, colonizing. Think about the Middle East, like the Iraq, Afghanistan, like all those countries. We tried, you know, making them democracies and colonizing them, and a lot of those areas are torn between like the government's military and then a military of basically, you know, what do they call it?
Free
Rebellion,
fighters and
basically.
shit?
Yeah, like
Look at the way Israel
freedom
took over
fighters.
most of Palestinian land.
Well,
Literally, they were just invading on everything, even though we worked out a deal.
Yeah, well, I mean, the crazy part is Israel. So Israel was only given a small piece of that land back in the 40s, and then after the Holocaust, after the World War II, and then they ended up branching out and doing the same thing, taking land little by little and taking houses and taking land, and that's how it ended up being as big as it is now. So
They were beefing for like years, so like I don't think necessarily like there's a right side, because they're both doing wrong things at this point. But I tend to like try to like stay out of like the politics for this podcast, guys. So if we can just refrain from it,
no, 100%.
that'd be great.
I mean, it only came to pass because of Cardi B talking about.
Yeah, I just wanted to be
everything
talking
with
about drafted, not Palestinians and all that shit. I'm sorry, guys. Let's cut that out. Next thing you know, I'm in school. Oh, so you're fucking with the Israelites? Oh, Palestinians, huh? Like, all right, listen, chill.
Cancel.
This pod
Not
isn't here
cancel.
for.
You're fired, nigga. Like when you pick
canceled.
a side and do all that shit, like when it
Niggas will
comes to
cancel you in real
politics,
life.
or you violate the alphabet crew, bro, you're just setting yourself up to just be ridiculed, and you just like, wait till I get money so I can afford those fines. You feel me?
The fuck you money.
Yeah. Wait till I get the fuck you money, then I'll start wilding out.
That's
delve
offending.
into
Because I got a lot of shit to say. You feel me?
So just wait till I'm rich.
Wait till I'm fucking rich. But yo, you earlier you had checked the updates for the Young Thug YSL trial, right? Because what happened with the lawyer, Brian? What's his name? Brian something.
Steele.
Brian Steele.
Brian Steele.
What happened?
Good transition.
Had to dap you up
That's
for
why,
that.
that's why I said this. You
Y'all gotta
asking.
stop dapping me up for the transition. Get used to it. This is what I've been doing.
Oh, it was just smooth. Yeah, it was smooth.
They always try to
Well
peep and be like,
timed.
"Good
Well
shit."
timed.
Yes, nigga, I've been practicing. But yeah,
But
seriously,
yeah,
though,
they
Brian
looking.
Steele.
He's looking to get that judge thrown out. He feel like he isn't going to get a fair trial as long as he continues to be the judge.
Yeah, so you saying like they were only going to basically have him serve only the weekends only, so work the 9 to 5, but go to jail on the weekend?
Yep.
That's crazy.
That sounds
Yeah,
like
crazy.
bullshit. Like, you feel
That's
me?
crazy.
What type of made
You
up
can go
shit
to
is
work,
this?
but on Saturday and Sunday
We're locking your ass up.
You can't go to the club.
Like what?
and then go back to work on Monday.
What are we
The
doing?
Supreme Court knocked it out. They said no, that ain't happening. The Georgia Supreme Court killed it.
So why isn't this a mistrial yet?
That go to show you it's a lot of shit going on behind closed doors. Because like
Somebody's
we all
sucking
see
dick.
this is
Nah, let me stop.
Bro, this
This
is Georgia's longest trial ever, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's spending crazy
Oh,
money.
way
It's
longer than the
crazy
Tory and Meg shit. You're going to jail for 10 years. This one is like, nigga, come on.
money. Nah, they
What's
definitely
happening?
They definitely trying to pinch him for sure. 100%.
They want him, but I think they're really, really fighting. Like, there might be a possibility there's going to be a mistrial, but low key, I want justice to be served. No, let me stop.
yeah, free thug. Justice need to be served.
I don't know who's right or wrong. You feel me? The same thing. It's just like the Palestines and all that
So
other
there's
shit.
a lot of things going on
Yeah,
that we
this-
don't know
yeah.
behind closed curtains.
If I don't know, like I want to, if Young Thug want to pop up on the Jungle Squadcast and give us his story, please.
So a lot of things we don't know, but we need a new Thug album. So free Thug, please.
Yeah.
Free thug. For
Who
real.
y'all think would like sound good, like paired up with Young Thug? Because Young Thug did him and Chris Brown. That shit was
Yeah,
fuego.
I ain't gonna lie, but that's kudos to Chris Brown, bro. It's
Yeah.
like, damn,
Chris
for
Brown
you
is-
to collab with a Young Thug and make some shit like that is crazy.
Chris Brown is cheese,
y'all
bro.
gotta
We already
give
said
Chris
this.
Brown his praise. Trips to it. Nah, it wasn't.
That's what I just said.
Nigga, we call him cheese. You feel me?
Go
Say he
crazy.
everything.
Nah, but you saying that when Chris Brown and Young Thug got together, Chris Brown made it work.
Yeah, I feel like not many people could collab on a whole album with Young Thug and make that shit sound like.
Drake.
Yeah, but Drake is
But
not
yeah,
even Drake no more.
Mm,
Because the 21, if I have to pick between the 21 Savage album with him and Drake versus the Chris Brown and Young Thug album, I'm definitely going with the Chris Brown and Young Thug album.
Yeah,
That's
that was more 'cause
hard.
of-
That's
That
tough.
was more because of 21 Savage though than it was because of Drake.
Yeah, because it's crazy to say Young Thug performed better than 21 Savage on that album.
Yeah.
Young Thug, I didn't mind listening to him, and I can, like you said, like he evolved from mumble rap. Like he spoke a little bit more clearly. The other nigga, sorry man,
I mean, he got better. 21 Savage definitely got better as a rapper, but I mean, yeah,
I
nah.
think his production and the support and money increased and got better and made him look better.
Nah, him as an artist, I think he definitely evolved. Like a lot of his true fans like miss that old sound in 21, but like progressively as an artist, he definitely evolved. Like
Wasn't it like after like that song he made with J. Cole a lot? That was when his flow, like, you actually could hear
Started
him
the-
when he was
yeah.
speaking. Like,
where you could see he was influenced by J. Cole a lot.
Mhm.
A lot.
Yeah.
a lot.
A lot.
I like-
Yeah, that was a
I like
good
that.
album, but the video was I mean song, but the video is what made like it really pop out for me. The A Lot video
Mhm.
it was beautifully made
Yeah.
and choreographed. But speaking of like black people, feel me? That's what we've been talking about. Blacks. Diddy, feel me? Mr. Diddy following Kai Cenat. He trying to, I don't know what's it called.
Recruit.
Recruit, yeah, there we go. He trying to, I was about to say retreat, and I didn't want to say that. I was like, that sounds wrong.
I don't know what Diddy was doing following Kai. You know Kai was gonna make a spectacle of it the second he seen it.
In the middle of the night, though, like, right? It was kind of like, bro, what the fuck is
Weird
he
as
doing?
hell.
I think he was looking through his Reddit and someone noticed it, and that's how it came to light. And he was like, "Wait, what?"
It's the dramatic music in the background.
It's what we, bro. It's what we're missing. The soundboard, like literally, it
Yeah.
adds so much to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was so taken aback by seeing Diddy following him. He was like, "No, no, no!" Like, bro, standing up on his chair. He's like, "This is not it." Like,
Damn, if Diddy asked us to like join the pod for an interview, we doing it or
Hell
not?
no, bro. Why is Diddy not behind bars to this day?
Yo, you're
We are-
you're bugging the fuck out. I'm
this
taking
is
that
a-
interview.
This is a starting pod. I will.
Yeah,
said,
I
I'm
don't
take-
give a fuck. What
Put
he
that
said.
nigga behind bars, man.
I mean, the controversy alone will bring so many new ears.
Yeah, it don't even matter.
You're
Like,
thinking
sure.
like here. We're thinking like here, like marketing.
I'm
Right?
thinking
Niggas
here,
is gonna
nigga.
cancel us. Y'all supporting that nigga?
I didn't
Fuck
say
all
support.
y'all.
We're not
I'ma just
supporting.
interview
We're
him.
just getting all the answers. I'm gonna ask him all
For
the
him
hard
to be
questions.
sitting in our presence, that's support. This nigga should not be around us.
That's gonna be the only pod that's in the
crazy,
morning.
bro. Yeah, we
You feel
can't.
me?
We can't have it at night, and we have to make sure there's
Can't
other
have it at
witnesses.
night.
Like cops got to be waiting outside. You feel me? Like,
that nigga signed in multiple forums.
That's
Not just, not
Listen,
just
why
two.
wouldn't you want to interview?
and we're not signing no NDAs. Fuck
You
that.
feel me? Why wouldn't you want to interview? I get like everything going on, but why wouldn't you want to interview someone with the knowledge of like being with Biggie, being like in the early '90s of the growing of hip hop? Like that's a great interview.
I just feel like
regardless.
I can't respect him. I can't look at him in the eyes as a man anymore. Like
You
knowing
gotta
that
give him the time to at least speak his shit in front of you. And
what could be some type of justification for everything that
nothing,
he's
but
done.
you just gotta hear him out, and then we get the money from it.
Right? Not even if
Nah,
you,
it
not
ain't
even
worth it, bro.
Not
That's
even
like
if Diddy giving you a shopping spree, bro.
hell
Right
no.
after the pod, he said, "Yo, come with me."
Hell no. Keep your money, bro.
So when R.
Hell
Kelly got the interview on the news, they who did it? Was it Gil King or something? I don't know who interviewed him, but he was like trying to basically defend himself. Like
He
I
started
didn't do it, shit
crying.
like that. Yeah, when he started crying,
like a hoe.
yeah,
He was
but
cooked anyway. the
you
whole
think
time.
that lady shouldn't have taken that interview?
He could have, but what did it do for him? The nigga, what
Still
was
ended
the
up going
point?
to jail, yeah.
It wasn't
still
good
with the
for
point.
him,
was
but
good
it
for the
was good
network,
for
yeah.
her
We
because the
still don't
network
know
got
who the
mad
fuck she
money
is.
and mad. It doesn't matter. The network got the story, and the network benefited from the viewings and the ratings and all that shit. So we are the Jungle Squad cast, the network, the team. So
JSC Network
regardless
on YouTube.
whether he say is going to be looked at good or bad, we're getting the benefits from that.
So you just focus on the bread. That's it.
Yeah. The fuck?
It's
I already
alright.
know I don't
That's
like him.
different morals,
I'm gonna
though, you
tell
feel
him
me?
that I don't like him in front of his face.
That's like he said. If he gonna take me on a shopping spree, that's about bread. Like my morals is higher than that. Like fuck all of that.
I mean, I love that. I love that answer for me because I remember early episodes and I think I mentioned to you, I was like, "Would you interview 6ix9ine?" You were like, "No, fuck that nigga, I don't like him." But now, like you're looking at it from a different standpoint.
Nah,
of
but
like
6ix9ine is
we need
different
to
though.
get
Because
get
I was
us out of
dead
it.
punch him in his face. Like
At the end of the pod.
no, like just like off rip. You feel me?
just
Yeah,
off
nah, I
rip.
get the- I
Yeah.
get the
I don't know
swinging.
what about him it makes you want to snuff that nigga in his face.
That's how I feel about P Diddy, bro. At this point, like I don't respect him, bro. This nigga's a fucking monster, bro.
He is a monster, bro.
He's a
but
fucking monster.
what if after we record him, like we could dead jump him on camera? Like we could really make this shit go like, bro. I'm thinking real out the box here. Like we could really beat that nigga up. Like
Nigga, hit me up after the pod. I cannot stand in a room with a nigga like that.
so
for
if we make bread
an hour
off
and a
that
half, 2 hours.
episode,
Rob,
you can't make no money
Y'all
off
can
that
take
episode.
all of that shit, bro. That's Diddy's money. Y'all can have that.
Rob about
That's
to be
not
like,
Diddy's money.
That's Diddy's
Rob
money,
about to
bro.
pull up like, "This is for Cassie."
Boop. Literally. That ass, bro.
Yeah,
Nigga's a
nigga,
piece
go
of shit.
hard for he is, bro. We're not disagreeing with you. He is a piece of shit.
And I just
But
can't
for
be
him,
in that
for
type of
us not
energy.
to interview him as like if we were given the opportunity, upcoming podcast, nigga. I'm sorry.
Nah, I
That's like
respect it.
a
Do your
fresh.
thing.
That's like a fresh reporter not interviewing a known terrorist because he blew shit up. I have to interview him. You know, my name's gonna be etched in stone for interviewing this man. I might as well put my shit out there. We'll be the pod that got Diddy on there, and you're like, "I wasn't there that episode because of my morals."
I wasn't there.
like
Fuck them
Rob
niggas.
Schneider, that nigga from he the person who did his interview was the guy from not Victorious. Sam was it Sam and Cat? Nah, the iCarly.
iCarly, yeah.
iCarly, the smoothie dude.
You mean
with
Yeah,
the
Dan,
yeah.
dreads.
Dan Schneider's?
Oh,
Rob Schneider.
yeah, Dan
Rob
Schneider.
Schneider.
Rob Schneider was saying some shit about
Will Smith. or
Will
something.
Smith, yeah. But yeah, Dan Schneider. So he was did the interview and shit like that. The guy from the smoothie spot from iCarly, and to me, he made the bread, and the other dude just like Snyder just looked like a dummy. Like it just didn't serve any purpose, but he made money off that, and I think it's a good opportunity. I think it's a good
I
opportunity.
mean, if it's a quick check, then by all means. But at the end of the
Yeah,
day,
it's not like he
none
come
of
in
these
every
niggas.
episode.
That shit didn't elevate none of these guys' careers. You feel me? We still don't know these niggas' names to this day. You
it's
feel me? So
100%.
it's all about the bread.
We
If it's
don't know
about
these
that,
niggas'
cool.
names, but they elevated into the place. Like
Yeah.
the right people know who they are, and they basically catered to those people's ears. You feel me? And it worked, nigga. I'm telling you.
And
Yeah.
Kai said the same thing, bro.
Respect.
He's standing on 10 toes. He ain't going to the Diddy parties. He ain't having Diddy over for the sleepover.
As he should.
We straight.
I ain't gonna lie, having Diddy over for the sleepover on stream,
Crazy.
Crazy.
that is crazy. I wouldn't even like. I could just tell like he's just gonna sit there with his cup in his hand and just stare at Kai the whole time.
Nah,
Sizing him up.
Yeah, just thinking about what he finna do once this camera off. Like
if Kai
that get crazy.
if Kai really had Diddy on the stream, it'd be most scripted to try to basically make Diddy not a villain anymore.
Bro,
That's why it's not worth it to have him on that shit.
it'll be
Yeah.
the only stream that Kai probably had in like years where out of nowhere the stream just blacked out for 20 minutes and then you hear reports like Kai's in the hospital. His anal is bleeding.
No, that's crazy.
You know, it was crazy.
That was
Yeah.
aggressive.
That was aggressive.
I'm saying you
like,
gotta
nah.
watch out for Diddy, man.
Kai got security right upstairs.
Diddler.
bro.
All right.
The diddler,
The diddler.
the fiddler, diddler, the fiddling diddler, Diddy. Oh shit. That was
On that
kinda-
note.
All right, yeah. So relationships.
Great segue. Honestly.
All right.
Solid 9.9 out of 10.
Speaking of diddling, relationships.
Solid.
Yeah, speaking of fiddling and diddling.
It's like getting tripped while running full speed.
Yeah. So vagina. Now let me stop. But we kind of like touched on it a little bit last week, but unfortunately it got a little cut off.
Mhm.
Where none of us are gay, but we're all men, right?
Yep.
So we all celebrate men's mental health. So this month is
Yep.
Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. Shout out to June. A lot of things happening in June.
Yep.
And I just learned Juneteenth is on June 19th and not 15th. Shout out to that.
I got you.
So with men's mental health, guys, talk to me, guys, about like what are ways that us as men can like take like self-care methods to the max. Like how do we self-care for ourselves to make sure we're keeping our mental health at a good homeostasis?
Are you asking in a generic way, or are you asking like for my personal take?
Individually,
Or how
we
would I-
each need to answer.
Yeah.
How do you self-care and how do you make sure that your mental health is at a good capacity?
For me, I think with being in like such a high volume of like area with like children and things going on around my job and just people talking to you and me having to engage, I think
Yeah.
one way for me that really helps with my mental health is having some alone time and time to like digest and have thoughts in that I can hear in my head. You know what I mean? Like
Oh yeah, I remember. So
And-
you like to really just kind of like
be to myself.
meditate a little bit, right? That's like meditation in a sense.
I would say it like that. I think like sometimes just having that silence all around me, or even just noise, if it's even my TV playing, but it's not directed towards me, helps me a lot more. Like when the other day I was fucking drunk as hell, and I feel like every time someone spoke to me is when I felt like I was ready to throw up. But like when I'm sitting there quiet and relaxed, like breathing, like focused on living, like you know what I'm saying? That's when I
It's because
felt
you
more
didn't have to
solace.
use your stomach muscles, nigga. That's why.
Exactly.
Yeah, anything would have
Diaphragm
moved. Yeah.
popping. You gotta
Any
respond.
movement would have fucked up and like pushed the shit back up instead of down. So I felt that. I'm sorry.
Sorry,
We
you're
got-
like that.
We're alive. We passed it.
Yeah.
Ra, how would you say? You
I mean,
keep
I would
yourself good?
say I'm kind of like the opposite of you. I feel like for me, I like to like ground myself by doing things like this, like having this to look forward to, like socializing with you guys, spending time with my family. Like that's how I keep myself grounded.
You
That's
look forward to this, man?
Yeah, bro.
Bro,
It's
you
like
gotta start showing me because that shit is hard to believe. man.
it's hard to believe. Nah, but like you feel me? I'm the type to be in my head throughout the week, the majority of the week. So it's like I don't really express myself as much. So
I felt
being
that.
able to come here and talk for like an hour and a half to 2 hours and express myself, this is like my therapy session.
I like that. So we're gonna add a segment where we could really get our therapy on then to make sure like anything we had
We
that
kind of
before.
do, yeah. We
Right?
ask
Where-
each other how we doing. You feel
Yeah,
me? How's
like
life?
anything we want to get off our chest type shit, like really what's really tugging on our hearts type shit. Yeah.
Right.
What about you, Adam?
I mean, we talked about it earlier. So I go to therapy. I've been going to therapy about 3.5 years now.
Oh
It's
yeah, you're
important.
the only man here going to therapy.
Much
Yeah,
respect to it.
and I tell people all the time. I have no embarrassment to it, no shame. I'm always talking about it. Like it's real important. Like taking care of your mental health. I mean, for me personally, it's like he was saying earlier, just taking that time to unplug, making sure you give yourself time for yourself.
Yeah.
And then the biggest thing, is, counting those small victories, making sure you're paying respect to yourself for every win you have, and then being around the people that bring positive emotions and positive feelings to you.
Right.
And you know what I mean? Like they, the
And
whole
bring out the positive in you, not
Right.
necessarily provoke the negative.
right. Like that whole that whole movement of like negativity, get that out of here. It's like, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, right. But like instead of like there's a video I had seen where it was a guy was talking about a skier, right? When you're skiing down a trail, there's trees everywhere. If you're like, don't hit the trees, don't hit the trees, don't hit the trees, you're gonna hit the trees, right? But if you're going down the path and you're gonna follow the path, follow the path, follow the path, you're gonna avoid the trees.
It's focused.
So instead of saying keep the negativity out of my life or keep the negative people away, only bring positive people into your life. Focus on only having positive people.
I like that.
Negativity is always going to be around. Ain't nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
But as long as you have enough positive to outweigh that negativity, you're good. So just make sure you always have the positive people around you to bring out the best in you.
What
feel
did
that.
you say?
Stamp that.
Fuck you money?
Yeah, or have fuck you money.
Yeah, that's fuck you money,
Yeah.
but the happiness version of it.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask, with you like letting us know that you do therapy, would you say like, do you like, because everyone has that like, I think, stereotype in their head that if you go to therapy, a therapist is going to tell you what you want to hear. Do you think that you're honestly paying to hear what you want to hear going to therapy?
No, because that's not what happens. That's not how therapy works at all. They don't tell you what you want to hear. They ask you questions to make you work through what you feel or what you think.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole time you're talking to them, they're not telling you what you want to hear. They want to hear you talk yourself through it. They just steer the conversation based on the questions they ask. Like they'll ask you a question and then they'll say, what do you feel about that? Okay, well, why do you feel that way? Okay, well, what's the actual reason behind that feeling?
All right, I'm just going to be my own therapist, look myself in the mirror, and ask those same questions and talk that shit through them.
Yeah,
because it sounds like you're paying a lot of money to talk to yourself.
Right?
Yes and no. I mean,
In a
well,
sense.
a problem
so
for you.
I don't pay through my insurance. I pay out of pocket.
That's fucking crazy.
And that's the thing is that it's the best investment. Yourself is your best investment.
Yep.
I agree, but
That's
that.
and
Jesus is a good therapist too.
no,
Or
yeah,
like,
100%.
whoever you believe, Muhammad,
Yeah. No,
Ali,
I'm not really
Allah,
religious
Allah,
like that.
it's Allah.
Yeah, Allah is just God. It's like
Oh.
Joe and Jose. It's just a different names,
Yeah.
different language. But yeah, I mean, yeah, if that's enough for you to keep you on a positive track, sure. I'm never gonna be the one to say, no, you should definitely speak to someone. But having someone to speak to that has no bias, has no dog in the fight, and can walk you and talk you through it, like through your feelings, your emotions, your thoughts, there's no value to that.
Yeah,
There's no value to that.
true.
Yeah, I mean, granted, like it's expensive. Like it's it's like $100 every time I speak to him. So I'm investing
fucking crazy.
$400 a month. That's the thing is that you're looking at it as it's a lot of money, but it's a lot of money. Is how much are you worth?
That's
How
what I'm
much is-
saying.
how much is
But
your
I would
mental
learn
worth?
How much
from
is
the
your mental health
therapist.
worth?
Like I would date a therapist, learn the moves.
That's
after
the
we break
worst
up.
thing you could do.
Study the books.
Yeah.
She's gonna study you.
Yeah.
the whole
That's
time.
that's the worst thing you could do though, because you got to remember, if you date a girl as a therapist, right?
It's temporary
They
because
gonna-
she's gonna therapize me. I know.
No, they're gonna manipulate you. They know how the brain works.
But my brain is selective. Like when it comes to working, I can turn that shit on and
Yeah,
off.
I mean, you need to.
So if
hers
she
is
try to work me, I'm gonna be dumb as hell. Like, huh?
Say plot twist.
I'm here to steal your books from college, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna make myself educated.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
get mad at you.
That's
But yeah,
it.
I look at it as an investment in myself. If you spend $400 a month on shoes, food, the food goes away. You eat the food, you consume it, it's gone. The shoes eventually loses its value. You throw them shits out.
Facts.
But the knowledge you gain from speaking with a therapist every time, there's no value on it because you can keep it
It's
forever. I mean, if you-
priceless. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you ask anybody that's been around me the last 3.5 years, they'll tell you there's a huge difference in who I am now versus who I was then.
So your self care is therapy.
It's priority.
Yeah.
It's priority, and it always will be. There is nothing more valuable to me than me.
I appreciate you
I like
answering that
that.
question. I
Stand
really
that.
wanted to break down that stigma because, like, that's something I've believed in for a long time.
Yeah,
so
nah.
it's nice to hear that.
I
They'll-
really
they'll
appreciate
talk you
that.
through your own. They'll talk you through your own thoughts and your own feelings, and you'll come to the conclusion on your own. They don't give you a conclusion.
Yeah, I know.
They let you give your own conclusion.
It's like
on it.
you have a eureka moment while you having the
Oh, yeah.
discussion.
That conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like one of my favorite. It's a quick thing, but like one of my favorite things that he had worked with me on. My whole always, you know how we all say, "Oh, I'm trying," right? I tried to do this. I tried to do this.
I can't
right?
stand that shit.
And and you sit there, right? And I'm like, so I remember I was sitting there, and he goes, "Try to grab that pen," and I grabbed the pen. He said, "No," I said, "Try to grab that pen." I put the pen back down. Put the pen down. Try and grab it. Try and no. I said, try and grab the pen. Put it down. Try.
You can't,
It's
right?
like you're doing
And
it.
he's saying like, Try, right, exactly. And then, like, honestly, I had a full on blonde fucking moment. I'm like, the fuck are you talking about?
Am I having a stroke?
And he was like,
You can't
what were
try.
you doing? He goes, you were picking up the pen. You were
Doing
doing
it.
Yeah.
He goes, so when you're saying like, I'm really trying my hardest to be better, right? Or to eat healthier, or to give myself more
You're
space.
talking out your ass.
Right. You're not trying. You're either doing it
Or you're not.
or you're not doing it.
Mhm.
And that's the biggest thing, is that like you do or you don't do.
Yeah, I just wanted to take a quick pause because that was amazing.
Do or do not. There is no
But
try.
there's another amazing thing that's just happening on this pod. You are taking our constructive criticism. You did not tap your leg or the armrest.
I can't
at all
even
this
really.
entire summer.
This is really my right side that I do it on. I'm normally on this side, so this is new.
yeah, this nigga.
I threw a wrench in the whole operation.
Nah, fuck that. This is how it's gonna stay. You're here next week now. Because the
That's
amount
become
of
the fourth
times
member now.
he's
Let's
just.
get it.
Here we go.
I'm like, oh shit. I ain't hear no claps today. Good. Pause. All right, but before we move on, guys, is
How
there
how do you take care of your mental health, bro? That's the one thing we skipped.
bro? It's never about me, guys. I
always
like
been.
to have this discussion forum for you guys to open up, so you guys can have an ear
it's
to
never
listen to.
about
You
me.
feel me?
Believe it
It's
or not,
about you.
I want to know about you though.
I don't believe you, which is why I don't talk about me.
No, if I'm asking you, it's the truth. I don't need
No,
to cap,
nigga, it's
bro.
performative.
The same way you asked us, it's performative.
No, it's on the
We're here
fucking
recording.
agenda.
It's provocative. It gets the people going.
Yeah, I swear to God, that's what I was about to say. That's the first thing I thought about.
Self care. How I take care of myself, man. I masturbate. Moving
Okay.
forward.
I like that. Clear the mind.
Nah, let me
Said I
stop.
like
Clear
that.
the tubes.
Seriously though.
Don't maul after you beat your meat.
Nah.
Don't maul up.
What I really do, like to really take care of myself, is I know it sounds crazy, but I stay busy. So I know when it's time to take that lazy day and just stick to myself. I won't talk to anybody, or I just probably need a couple hours to myself. But I like staying busy. I'm very goal oriented, so I like to plan a goal and keep working towards it type shit. So that it manages my self-care, because when I sit too long without a goal, or if I just don't know what to do, or if I'm just idle with my time, I get like very depressed, or like kind of like lost, or too deep in my thoughts and stuff like that. But when I stay busy, I stay consistent, disciplined, finding something to do and one goal on to the next type shit, it keeps me at a good like equilibrium, I would say.
I like that.
Yeah.
That was a great answer.
Just a little advice for that, because it seems like you're just kind of like on autopilot for the most part. Like,
But I still know when to stop. Like, for example, before you guys got here, me and Adam got to talking about like, bro, sometimes, bro, I'm gonna take that lazy day like for myself. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, if I know like I'm working, like I was working 2 jobs and doing school and shit like that, I was like, all right, I realize I'm overwhelming myself. One of these got to go. And then I made that decision. So it was just like, I'm lucky because through the many trials and tribulations, I'm able to really like self-identify certain shit and just automatically pinpoint what the issues is. I'm very self-conscious. So like I know me. So like as long as I'm able to pinpoint it, I know when to give myself that time, I'm good. But I like to stay busy, because if I stay too long idle, I just know like those where the dark thoughts start coming in. I'm start reminiscing on the past and all my mistakes and all this extra shit, or I just feel down. Like start asking the hard questions.
Just
Like,
keep
am I
moving
good
forward
enough?
and-
right.
Bro, and that's the thing about that. Like dark thoughts, late night. Bro, I learned that like you never heard the saying, nothing good ever happens after 2 a.m.
Facts.
Bro, nothing ever good happens after midnight.
Yeah.
For your thoughts. You stay up late, nothing good's gonna come of it. That's why you gotta make sure you gotta put yourself, you gotta get in bed by midnight. Because anytime past that, that's when them thoughts start happening, because you're alone.
Isn't that what
Yeah.
Denzel
I be
said as
busy,
well?
though.
He said, don't stay at the party past 12, like leave before then. Because if not, Diddy's gonna come.
No shit.
The diddler.
The Diddler.
The diddler.
Nah, but other than that goes, is there anything that you guys necessarily that's like tugging on your mental, that's bothering you, or anything like that y'all want to talk about?
I don't really have anything.
Your life is good. Your mental is great.
Just finding balance, bro. You feel me? Finding those lazy days or lazy times where I could like ground myself and be able to self-reflect. Like that's probably it right now.
Bro, call out sick more. That's it, bro.
Not here.
Not here.
Not here.
You
pull
can
up
come here, sick.
Nigga, so you can come here.
Wear the mask.
We'll give you soup, all that good shit. But I'm like, at your real job, bro, call in sick.
Word,
So
bro.
like when I was working both jobs, like I would literally and going to school. This would be the week where I know I feel overwhelmed. That Monday, I'm calling out that Monday because I know I got to work that job and I just want to do school that day. That Tuesday, all right, I'm gonna go to work that day, but I'm not gonna go to school that day. That Wednesday, fuck everything. You feel me?
Fuck
And
everything.
then next week, like you feel me, I'm back on my shit. Like certain like because I deal with so many different type of people and environments, my mental capacity and my social battery is what needs to be like recharged. Exactly. So I need time to do it for specific environments. So once I get the recharge, once I get the full 8 hours to sleep, like tonight, bro, school's over. I'm about to get some real good sleep in. I'm about to watch All American. I'm gonna have the audio done ready for the pod, so no mistakes gonna happen and shit. And then but as far as bothering me mentally, I think it would probably be on some family shit. Like I just feel like it's a bother to me that I was raised to be independent, and as much as I try to reach out to my family and try to bring them all together, I feel like I've done nothing but push them away even further just by inviting them to come over here. And then if I make a big deal out of it, like reflect on, I don't know, like, or tell them like, yo, I've been doing, I'm sorry, am I touching you?
Nigga, it's leather.
I've been doing it and shit like that. And then I'm still not getting responses, or it's a yes. And then when it comes, it's a cancel and it happens consecutively. To me, that bothers my mental. So like, I don't have that family support out here.
Yeah.
I just somehow I've been muscling it through for quite some time now. So
Thugging it out.
yeah,
Like all men.
all alone. But I learned to adapt to it. So like I now I thrive in it. You feel me? Like I'm not even necessarily like sad anymore about the family shit, because I know this is the opportunity to grind shit out, because once that time comes to have my own family, now I know like how I want to have my own family. It's not like how I grew up. So it's gonna come. I just gotta work for it.
Yeah.
So my mental is just constantly grooming myself to kind of like mature and grow. If I'm exactly how I was last year, that's like next year, that's a problem. If I didn't do anything from last year and this year, and there's no difference and no change, whether it's finance, spirituality, physicality, like mentality, anything, any alities, nigga. If none of those alities change your reality, you're moving backwards.
Yep.
Stamp
In
that.
reality.
That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stamp
That's the
that
right way
for
to
sure.
look at it.
So I don't have anything as far as like the mental thing. But
Keep it pushing.
yeah, let's keep this shit pushing. If you can prioritize one, would it be your relationship or would it be your career? If you can only prioritize one.
I feel like I've seen a lot of Christmas movies that would tell you to prioritize your relationship over it all, or you're gonna lose her. And then you gotta go see the Ghost of Christmas Past and shit. But like, I think it depends at what point in your career to answer that truthfully. If I'm like,
if you don't, that's the problem. If you don't have the career, then you just have the relationship, then you're prioritizing the relationship.
I feel like at the start you have to really take care of your career, and you need to focus on building what you need to make sure you have a foundation along the line. But if you're
for your relationship or like for yourself,
for your relationship and for yourself, but if now you're like 50 years into your business and you still can't find a day to take off, and your wife's asking to hang out, there's a problem with that. Why are you not looking towards her for a little bit of comfort and relax? Like, why are you always aiming to
only prioritize one. So if you can only prioritize the relationship or the career, which one would you choose?
I mean, family over everything. If that's the case, yes, it's relationship.
Yeah.
But like I said, if I'm answering realistically, it'd be career first. Then once you're established, you prioritize family. So I think I wouldn't say prioritize just one. I'd say prioritize one at a time.
What about you, man? Relationship or career?
I think overall, I will probably end up happier choosing the relationship because it's like if I choose the career, I could get all the success, I could make it there, and then I'm gonna be searching for that other happiness. I'm gonna be trying to look for that void to be filled. But if I focus on the relationship and we got a solid foundation, whether the money's in the picture or not, we gonna be happy, whether we got nothing or whether we got everything. You feel me?
What about you, Adam?
I mean, it depends. I would probably say relationship because if you get the right partner and the right woman, you could build with her and then build your career, build your purpose, build your foundation. You know, like you say, your foundation. Your foundation is the layer of everything, but your career and your purpose that can be pursued and followed.
See,
and
y'all
promoted
are
and pushed.
tippy-toeing because y'all giving it the benefit of the doubt that the relationship is going to let you grow in the career. But I'm saying that the career that you fucking love, what you grew up, hey, dad, this is what I want to be, what you trying to like do. But then there's a crossing point where it's changing your life. Like it's a middle part. I forgot what they're called in timelines, right?
Like crossroad, almost, right?
Let's just call it a crossroad, and it's crossroad, and it's a decision making point where it can alter your future moving forward. All right, so you got the job opportunity of your lifetime, and then at the same time, the girl of your dreams just walked in. Which one are you choosing? You have 24 hours to choose. So like with that aspect, sometimes and like you'll have a happy life, but the thing that you love with that relationship, you're going to have to find a new love. It's not that original love. And in relationships, we've done that where we've had our first loves and okay, we broke up and we moved on. We found somebody else to love, but let's be honest, was it really like that first one? So like that's what I'm just saying. Like for me, I'm already telling you right now as a priority, because just because one is prioritized over the other, that doesn't mean the other one is non-existent. So if I'm prioritizing the career, it's something that my relationship would support, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So that's why I would prioritize the career. And on top of that, I've learned my lesson on prioritizing relationships before me and never got that reciprocated back where I was able to invest in my career and shit like that, or invest in myself. So it's like, why would I put that at risk for a fourth time? Like that means like I'm a fucking crazy person. I'm doing the same exact thing and not getting different results. So now my mentality now is flipped because I know I see the results, nigga. I'm not in a relationship, and now I finally got the career that I could have got 4 or 5 years ago if I wasn't fucking all these dumbass women. You feel me? Or not even dumb, just selfish and like they didn't care about me as much as I care about them when I could have been, like you said, caring about myself and actually putting it in. So I'm prioritizing my career. Fuck that.
I love how I gave him like the answer for like both, and then y'all went to just relationship. He's like, fuck y'all answers. This is it. This is what you do. Their career. I mean, you see, that's why it's career first. It's a relationship. Oh, what did I say? No, I said it's career first, then it's relationship. Like you get those building blocks, you make yourself who you are, and then you go look for the one.
No, but if I had to choose between one, like single forever or a relationship and no job, I'm choosing the career. I'd rather be the bachelor fucking all these bitches.
You'd rather be Scrooge McDuck in this situation.
I'd rather be Bruce Wayne.
I mean,
Yeah, so like
I'd rather be Iron Man.
Rich with money, because he had a child and all that shit. Oh, Bruce had a child too.
I'd rather take the Tony Stark method then because that perfectly describes my situation.
No, he died saving the world. I don't want to die saving the world.
It's not even that. He went for the career first with Stark Tech, and then becoming Iron Man, and then after being Iron Man, he realized I just want to be Pepper. So I'm gonna start with career, lead it out into relationship.
I mean, if you with the right one, you won't have to choose between your career or your relationship.
Exactly. That is
that's the reality of it. Like, so like if the question is career relationship, if that's really the question, then I mean, I guess my answer really would be wrong because if it's got to be one or the other, then it's going to be the career. It's always going to be self first. But if you're with the right person, then there's never going to be a decision or a choice to ever have to come up.
Yeah, you have to pick one or the other, but we are going to, all of us, our answers is, I agree with that. You get a good girl, she's gonna support you.
Right.
But if you have to choose between one and the
Nah,
other,
then I'm probably rolling with career now that I think about it. If you have to choose one, I'm rolling with the
It's
career.
like, am I with the right girl? She doesn't support my career.
Right. Exactly.
all right. So we're gonna close that topic. That was actually a really, really great conversation. I think we all got our opinions out. Anybody got last comments?
Let's move on.
All right, let's move the fuck on. Should you disclose your sexual history with your partner? Should she know everybody who you fucked?
Nah, at this age, it's like whether that's unless it's like a make or break situation. Nah, it's like we too old for that. We just gonna let that shit. We gonna leave that shit in the past.
We're gonna leave that one alone.
Why he laughed though?
He like
he chuckling in my ear while I'm looking at you. I'm like, what happened? Did I do something?
it's so funny.
You're good. Nah, I think for my answer, I don't think they need to know names and pictures and faces, but
How
a
many
nice
bodies?
little body count, I guess. Yeah, tell me how many people, but you don't need to
You
go
lying?
into depth about like who's this person, who's that person, how'd you meet that person.
Yeah.
That's a little bit too much for me. Like, why are you investigating?
Yeah, I think that's a young mentality. Because when
Yeah.
I was younger, I did that, but when I got older, I'm like, bitch, mind your business. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, not bitch, but it's not your business.
Young lady, mind your business.
Yeah. But I've done it. I'm not gonna lie. I've let them know, and they knew who some of them were and shit like that. And then all of a sudden now, you have an argument. They bringing these bitches' names up now, and I'm just like, learn my lesson again.
Yeah.
This ain't gonna last, but the next one, I already know.
Zip.
And even that, I might not say my body count, but if they ask me like, all right, I haven't seen you in a minute. Did you fuck anybody else? I'll keep it a stack.
Yeah.
I'll be like,
That's
I
respectful.
was active. What you gonna do
But
about
they
it?
don't gotta know the specifics.
Yeah,
you
that's
don't
it.
gotta know all of that extra
Yeah,
shit.
you don't need to know who she is. None of that. I was active.
Just I had fun.
You still trying to fuck or
Yeah.
not? If
It's
not,
like if you
then-
care about all of that shit at this age, you already gonna be problematic. Like I can
Yeah, to
already
me,
see
you
it.
on some young shit. If you even start asking about shit like that,
Yeah.
like, I already know where your head is at. You the type like, all right, now I gotta make sure I like all your social media posts because you're gonna feel insecure that I don't like you.
Right.
That just feels high school.
Yeah. So
No, if that's happening, that's bad.
yeah.
That's happening. That's bad. It's bad. It's bad work.
for sure.
There's a lot of bad work out there that niggas will think is good work and still take the job. You feel me?
Yeah,
That's a
what is
fact.
it? Some people think trash is treasure. So
One man's
Yeah.
trash, another man's
Treasure, that's a fact.
Yeah, one man's sexy red is another man's sexy red.
Ratchet red.
no, thank you.
Yeah, you feel me?
Yeah.
Notice how
is.
if depending on the man, one of those versions of sexy red is treasure, and the other one is trash.
No,
So
thank
just to clarify.
Said one
And
man
she just
sexy
got her
red.
titties done.
Drake
She did?
probably paid for that
Yeah,
shit.
she got them bigger.
He said Drake.
Wait,
paid for
bigger
it?
than what
Drake
they
paid for that
were?
shit.
Yeah,
Well, she had a
That's
kid, so them
crazy.
shits is gonna naturally get bigger.
yeah. I just saw.
That's
them,
what I
though.
thought it was.
It was an announcement today on Twitter, so don't. If it's not true, I saw her titties got bigger today. I was like, oh shit, they
Mommy
looked alright
makers.
though. I ain't gonna lie.
They looked alright. I ain't gonna lie.
I won't hit it though.
You're so wishy-washy.
She looked like a female Lil Uzi in the face.
All right, we're gonna have to stop playing sexy red on this.
Nah,
podcast.
she looked like Young
We-
Thug.
We're building a narrative.
Crazy, but correct.
Just without the diamond on her forehead. You feel me? Like she really looked that dusty and raggedy. Like out of all the male artists, Lil Uzi is the most weirdest, dustiest looking one. And then out of the females, we have to give it to Sexy Red.
100%.
That's wild.
Times two.
The king and queen of dustiness. Those are them
Nah,
right there.
niggas calling Uzi Dusty. That's crazy.
Bro, Uzi's a fashion icon.
Bro,
Yeah,
that,
for real.
that
For
nigga's
real.
not fashion.
Some respect to my boy.
Nah, fuck his what? No,
Put some respect.
Yeah, I'm the
on
same
him.
way about Uzi. No, thank you.
something
I
wrong.
mean,
with
I'm
him.
not fully supporting the whole like, feminine shit that he does, like with the whole person and all of that. But
Nah,
it
you
is
fuck with him.
different.
I know exactly what type of outfit I'm gonna get on your birthday. It's gonna be a Lil Uzi outfit, exactly what he wore in one of those dumbass concerts.
I ain't wearing no damn purse though. You feel me? But as far as like
it
being
come with it,
different,
though.
I fuck with it.
Yeah, what if I instead of the purse, it's the man purse one?
The Merce.
Oh, like a
merch.
Satchel.
satchel.
the satchel,
Yeah.
What if I get you a
Fanny pack.
satchel?
I can rock a
A
satchel.
fanny pack over your shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got niggas wearing purses now.
What,
Like,
what did that do
thinking
say in
that shit
Hangover?
masculine.
He said
What?
it's It's a satchel.
Yeah,
It's a
whoever
satchel.
reinvented the fanny pack did amazing. One nigga just put it around his chest, and then niggas was like, I like that.
The nigga made a smaller laptop bag and called it a manny.
That nigga's a
A
genius.
man purse.
So the
Yeah.
evolution of the fanny pack
Yeah, that
is
shit
a
was
beautiful
crazy.
thing.
Yeah, man, that was really great. Another topic. We're moving today, right? We're doing good on time.
Let's keep it going.
We're doing good on time.
Just look up.
Oh yeah, we're good.
We're doing
Well,
great.
Yeah, we
4-5.
are. We're doing really good. We're almost done, man. All right, last relationship topic. Who's more committed, you or your partner?
I mean,
If you-
clearly
if you-
free.
Like
clearly-
committed to the relationship.
Yeah, if you were committed in a relationship, who would be the breadwinner for like the most like loyalty? Like
I was gonna say
more
clearly for
commitment?
you it'd be your girl because you was just saying how his career over everything.
Nigga.
Bro had to do the 360 walk around.
That's why
I
I'm
can't
like, where
believe
are
this,
you
man.
going? Where are you going?
Nah, I had a wedgie.
You had to play it off.
It's hot as hell. Like, like my shit's starting to get like weird.
Bro, I've been sweating since the moment I sat down. Big dude
Bro,
problem.
You literally was
My
like,
ass
did I
is
touch
itching.
you? I'm like, no, it's vinyl sticking to my leg.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, bro, I
Yeah,
can't wait to
honestly, when I
get
get up, the couch might come with me at this point.
Like,
Nigga, you
It's
better
stuck
pay
to
for that
this
shit. That's a $450 couch. Nigga. Nah,
All right,
but
let's
seriously.
take that take back.
Nigga, I asked you.
Take
don't
two-
don't,
I was gonna
don't
say
answer my question.
No, you re-ask it for the real.
Who? No, I'm saying because earlier I asked the question. You was like, nigga, I know who you picking. Like, who's more committed if you were in a relationship, you or your partner? Not.
I
Don't
think
worry
for
about
me-
me. I'll answer. You want me to go first this time?
Nah, I got it. I was gonna
All
say, I think for me, like personally, who's more committed always? From my standpoint, or like in general in a relationship? I don't know how to answer it fully because
All right. How about we
can't-
answer each other's? Go ahead. Guess for him, me, and you. Let's see what you say, and then we all do it for each other.
said, out of the
Because I
room,
don't
who
want
do
you to.
think
So I feel like you just was about to do a lot of self-reflecting, and
I mean, when you ask a question like that, you should self-reflect.
that
and
nigga was
know.
about to
Nah, you
recall
shouldn't.
all the times and do a lot of math in his head and weigh the options. Nah, we good.
Divide
Bro.
carry the zero.
right? Niggas said out of 7
Yeah.
relationships, niggas done carried it.
My
This nigga's
bad.
like, have I? Wait.
It's my bad for having sentimental talk with my niggas.
Now you would have sentimental
Remember how
talk.
Ross said this
We
was
started talking
therapy?
about Father's Day, and yo, bro, I never seen niggas stay so quiet
Bro, it's a-
before ever. The way we,
Let's stay on
yeah,
topic.
that shit was
Yeah.
crazy.
If I had to look around this room and say who was more committed in their relationship, I would have to give you the career over the relationship. I'd
Alright.
give you the relationship. I'd give you the relationship.
Damn. What about you?
If I had to choose, I'm going with the relationship.
All right.
And I'm more committed to my relationship.
All right. Then the girl is.
Yeah.
I don't believe that.
I would
You're more
say,
committed to the relationship than the girl is.
like, you asking me, am I?
Yeah.
Nah, I would say I would want to be that person, but I would say the girl is more committed than I am.
See, you give me Ruby Rose statements right now. Like you speaking
How?
facts. Nah, because Ruby Rose, when you asked her a question, she keep it a stack. When she was asked, "Yo, do you got a ghostwriter?" She was like, "Yeah, I don't write my raps." Like she
Oh.
just keeps it a stack. So
Yeah.
you gave her,
Keeping it on
you
it.
kept it a stack. What about you?
Oh, I'm single as shit, but in my past relationships, the mistake I made was being
Forgot the name, right? And then moved to Alabama.
who the girl.
Yeah,
Oh, I mean,
Georgia.
Georgia. my
there's
fault.
a few. I mean, no, actually, my one ex moved to Texas.
Nah, Atlanta, Georgia, not Alabama.
Oh shit!
Yeah, no. When I went to
Take that
Georgia,
off the
I
mic.
went to Georgia. I went to Georgia. Nah, my ex,
Oh, okay.
one of my exes lives in Texas. Actually, all my exes live in Texas.
like I'm
She lives actually right
Georgia.
outside Dallas. I was actually texting her today. Shout out you. I'm not gonna say your name.
But you were saying
You know who you are.
But yeah, nah. I mean, I would say that the mistake I made was being the one that was overly committed, probably, right? Like overly or more committed. But
That's what happened to me in my earlier 20s, and I was.
that's a mistake you made because you can't learn from it until
Yeah.
you do it. Like
Yeah.
that's the thing, right? Like every guy is gonna sit there and tell you, no, don't do that. But at the end of the day, you got to make the mistake on your own. Like,
Yeah.
you got to figure it out for
You
yourself.
gotta,
Like
yeah.
that's the reality of it. So
I like where you're going with that because I mean I did answer like I said I would say it's me more over my partner, but I'm speaking from past experience with future relationships to come. I want to make sure
yeah.
my mental health and what I need is prioritized too, especially when it comes to career and relationships. Like I'm gonna make sure I'm good so that we're good.
Yeah, no, there should never be an imbalance in who's putting the most effort in ever.
I just feel like if I'm committed 100%, you are recognizing that commitment and just matching the energy.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily doing the same things that I do, but just kind of like yin and yang, you picking up after things that I can't do and vice versa. So but if I'm asking like who's more committed, I want to just make sure there's a clear distinguish between committed and love.
Yep.
So like committed to making this relationship work and thrive and flourish, that's 100% me. But if it comes to who's showing love, like being more expressive and lovey-dovey and like showing that emotional empathy part of the relationship, that part is where I lack in. But making sure the relationship lasts, I'm not the one who's breaking up in like the relationship. I'm 100% committed. Like as long as we can do it. Like if you don't think this relationship work, I'm gonna let you break up with me. Like I've only broken up with like one girl my entire life. Every single one of them, they all broke up with me. So like I'm the problem. I'm too committed.
It's not even you're the rider. They're out.
Yeah. So like I've been told 100 times in my face like, oh, I'm never like with conviction, like eyes like shown blazing with like just dead assness, like for realness, passion. And like I would never leave you. Like I love you. Like this is us forever. Like and I'm truly convinced by that. And then I like shit, bro, don't even make it out the year, bro. Like you feel me? So it's like I the one who's more committed than than almost all of my partners put together.
I'm just saying to all my exes that broke up with me, I won the I love you more battle if you haven't realized yet.
Respectfully. And it sucks too because shit, I be even committed after the breakup. You feel me? Like I won't fuck around and cheat, like fuck another girl for a while until it gets out of my head until it don't feel like it's still cheating.
Right.
Like, or like I won't think like, all right, like is a possibility of going back type shit. You feel me? So it's a whole post commitment type of thing that you got to mentally get over in order to move on to the next relationship.
PTSD.
You know what's crazy about that, right? Is the whole commitment thing, right? Like you're talking about if one's more than the other, like I was saying earlier. It like you know how the dynamic when you're talking to a chick, right?
Yeah.
You can never be too much. You can't show too much. You can't show your hand too much.
Yeah.
When you show your hand too much, they lose their interest. Human nature. A girl's more interested in you. You're not interested in a girl.
Yeah.
It's the same concept.
That's true.
In a relationship, if you're showing more effort than the other person and more commitment and more whatever, it never works out because it's the same concept. Once they know you're always going to be there, they know that they can
take advantage of that.
And it's the same on the guy's side.
Yeah.
If a guy knows a girl's always 100% committed, they can make all the mistakes in the world and they'll still be sitting right there. They're more inclined to do what the fuck they want to do.
I'm guilty of that too, though. Yeah. So like,
no, I mean, of course, that's why I
true.
said it's two-sided. Because you said that you've given more effort and you've been more committed, and then there's the time where you gave less.
Yeah.
It's why it's got to always be balanced.
Yeah.
It's always got to be balanced because if either one shows their hand too much. The one that shows too much loses.
I think the best thing my mother ever told me was,
I agree.
Don't ever tell a woman how much you love them, because the second you do is the second they take advantage of you.
Yeah.
I just was told don't be the first ones to tell
assholes finish on their face.
What did you say, Rob?
I said good guys always finish last, and he said assholes always finish on their feet.
Yeah, like I'm like a good asshole, so like I'm right in the middle.
Yeah, now you gotta find that happy medium.
Yeah, so just be that good asshole.
He said I end on her face, but I also give her a napkin.
Yes. Damn. Yes. Yes.
And we cuddle after. It's fine.
Yeah.
The aftercare is important in this situation.
Yo, for real. That post action after action is important. But
for real. What do you guys do for aftercare?
Yeah.
You heard?
After
what do you guys do for aftercare? Like after you're done with your partners, like the doing the deed.
Oh,
like sex?
Yeah. What's your best way to show her that aftercare? You going in?
Like I'm going to bed.
He said like I'm going to bed.
Like nothing
for a few minutes afterwards. Stay the fuck away from me. Give me like I'm
also
bitch.
Yeah. It depends. Like if we had sex like a whole bunch of times. Come on, you know what's up. Like I'm tired now.
For me, if it was a real good session, I'm gonna be like, you want some juice?
Nigga say.
You want
Got
some
some
juice?
juice boxes.
Now I'm gonna tell her,
Shut
yo,
the
can you
fridge.
grab me some juice?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that's
'Cause
yeah. I'm not getting up.
I done burned
Fuck.
5 pounds, all that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, after the
Just
first
calories
fuck-
I burnt.
Yeah, after the first fuck, you're not getting the guest treatment anymore.
Yeah.
Bitch, you my roommate now. Like,
Go grab. You know where the
Yeah.
cups are.
yeah,
No, I'm
you,
crying.
you know exactly.
As
what
a
Grab me a
I'm
beer,
relationship dude, you feel me? Me and my shorty, we going to hit the shower after. We going to be intimate, all of that. Know what I mean? That's the
Respect,
right
I'm
way.
giving the cuddles. I'm grabbing the drink. We gonna have the pillow talk. That's how you proper after.
No.
Yeah, no, I mean,
saying?
of course.
Nah, you cute, bro. It's all
See?
good.
For 2 to 3
Yeah.
minutes afterwards, though, stay the fuck away from me.
Shit about it.
We
And
both
then
focusing on
afterwards, I'll cuddle. I'll bring you whatever you want. If you're hungry, I'll make you a sandwich.
Yeah, nah.
Feed you some grapes.
Because after like the third round, I'm usually
Oh, you're
tapped
cooked.
out,
Yeah. No,
and
I
I'm
mean,
like, bro,
fried
bitch,
up.
I'm not getting.
bruh,
Yeah.
I hear you. It's over with.
Fried up.
3 rounds. I'm not doing more than 3 rounds. I swear to God. I'm sorry.
Nah,
I'm
at
not.
this big age,
Shooting
Nah,
dust
nigga, I
after
don't
that.
even got. I'm shooting nothing but air.
It's dust.
Yeah.
Now you know the eye doctor when you go and they gotta check your eye. They blow a little air in.
Yeah. Shit, I'm
When you
good
were
on
younger,
that.
you would like nut and then keep it going after. Now, like I nut and I'd be like, all right, this is just for show. Like this is showboating. Like what
this
am
is
I doing?
showboating.
I know this is just
Showboating
literally
is
sex now without a
crazy.
purpose.
Shit feels transactional.
Nah,
at
he's
this
looking
point.
at himself like, what am I even doing this for?
Now I'm literally-
How many times can I do this?
Yeah.
I'm just doing this for the sensation of the
This is
feeling.
she was a PNCB, bro. Post nut clarity, bitch.
PNCB.
Yeah.
PNCB is crazy. It's
yeah,
also a bank.
that was
PNC
good.
Bank.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
Post nut clarity, bitch. Though it's PNC
PNCB.
Bank, but ours is PNCB.
No, I know what I'm saying. It's yeah. I don't know. Where I was
Yeah,
going
you
with
don't
that.
you don't go to be like, yo, I'm about to go to PNCB. You about to say I'm about to go to PNC Bank, but now I'm fucking with a PNCB. I'm fucking with a post nut clarity, bitch.
That's crazy. I never even knew there was a
The
PNC
one
bank.
that you bag at the mall after you beat your meat with some Jergens.
That's
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
Yep.
That was a
Stamp
good
that.
full circle.
I like that.
Stamp
Yeah, you recalled the whole conversation there.
That was like the first one.
Yeah, we are actually wrapping up the pod too, so that's really good. Like, yeah, so this is how you're wrapping up the pod, ladies and gentlemen. Moving forward, we'll probably get into our little TV bag, catching up. I'm trying to get Mr. Rad and Mr. Rod to start fucking watching
Watching
The
our shows.
Boys, watching the Bad Boys movie and House of Dragon, so we can really give y'all some good reviews and some good spoilers. Because, guys, I'm excited. All right, I rewatched House of Dragon today because I tried to watch it last night, but I was so excited for it. I made like a whole, like I bought a steak just to make like specifically for myself, just to eat while watching this. I did all my homework, did everything to make sure I could just watch House of Dragon. 40 minutes in, I am knocked the fuck out. Like
He
I
made
am,
that shit too good.
yo, I woke up and I'm like, holy shit. The steak bone is on my chest. The rice is like the plate is next to me. Like, how'd the bone get off the plate?
Nigga was
So
mid chew.
yeah, so everything was like all gone, and I was just like, "Fuck, I missed it." It's 2 a.m. I slept for mad long, and I was just like, "Oh shit!" And it felt like I just like closed my eyes for 2 seconds, and I was listening to the conversation. I was like, "Oh yeah, I know what's going on. I just need to rest for like 2
It was a
seconds."
trap. That was the trap.
Yeah, and then I just fell asleep, knocked out. But I do. It's a trap because eventually you'll fall asleep. But I do recall what I was doing, like what was going on and what was happening when I was listening
Yeah.
to a certain point. But then
You know
I
where
do
to
like,
leave off.
yeah. And I was like, oh, this is what they were talking about. That's right before I went to sleep. Let me put it back on. So I can recall that shit. But it is a trap. You will eventually go to sleep if you don't open your eyes.
Yeah, no, you're cooked.
House of Dragons, yeah, I need to give that a look. New
You haven't
season
watched it
just
either?
dropped.
Nah,
You haven't watched the first one
I
either?
haven't watched the first one.
Oh, man.
I'm gonna get cooked. I didn't watch Game
I'm
of
gonna
Thrones.
get there. You never watched Game of Thrones?
Yeah, me either.
We ain't going down that route. We going,
My
Uh,
we'll
God.
bro, crazy.
Well, you might as well watch House of Dragons first because it's the prequel.
Yep.
So you might as well just hop on that wave first. When that's done, then you just go
Come
back.
back around.
Watch the future, actually. Like,
Spin the block and watch it.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones is great until the last season.
Yeah, I heard the last season was really trash.
Until
Yeah.
episode like after the second or third episode. Once Arya, is that her name?
Arya,
Arya, once she like won the
Night
war,
King.
it was lit after that. It was done
Literally.
after that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so House of Dragon, guys, stay tuned. What about The Boys?
Same, bro.
Yeah, I gotta catch up.
Finished
I,
last
wa-
season.
I watched it.
I finished last season. I know where they left off. You know, we've seen the memes of Homelander for months now.
Yeah.
All right. Like,
Yeah.
This is the final
Did you guys
season that
see
they
Gen V?
announced. Gen V was incredible,
lit.
bro.
Fire. Did you hear the one actor one who plays
He
Andre
died, yeah.
motorcycle accident?
Yeah, rest in peace, man. I hope that they replace his character. They don't just like kill him off.
Yeah.
I still hope that because the character was still a good character, but and I don't want to sound racist, but there's a lot of black guys with curly hair who look like him, so they can he's definitely replaceable. But the actor himself, though, the talent, the energy, the chemistry that he brought into the show, irreplaceable. Yo, R.I.P. and much respect because he was one of my favorite characters on the entire show.
It was good.
But what would you rate this this first episode of the new season of The Boys?
Well, it was 3 episodes.
Oh, they dropped 3 on the first the first day. That's amazing.
No, it's not because that shit is going. Once we binge it, nigga,
Yeah,
like
wait,
by the end of the
week by
month,
week by week, it's so annoying.
Not even that. By the end of the month, it's gonna be done. By
No, it's July, mid-July is when the last season.
July,
last episode.
the second week or the first week of July. But it's only like 12 episodes or some shit like that. 10 and 12.
It's 8.
Oh, so if it's 8 episodes, then
It's 5 weeks.
mid-July, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it just started last week, so that's whack. It's like a month and then that's
8 hour long episodes. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good though. I mean, it started off slow.
Yeah.
But now it's getting good.
The second and third episode was
It was
lit.
good. Yeah.
Maybe that's why they dropped 3 on the first release.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they did last
Yeah,
last
they
time
did
dropped
it
the season.
last time too,
They
and
did
they
3
do it
episodes.
with Invincible too. I think last time they dropped like more than one episode.
It was 1 and
Okay.
2, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I don't remember which season though, but that was. Oh no, I think the part 2 of season 2 came out and they dropped like 2 episodes. But don't recall me on that because I watch so much TV that I don't even know which one is which anymore. No funny shit.
We'll be back soon with some good The Boys reviews. For
Yeah,
sure.
please
sure.
at least watch The Boys because that one is one of my favorite. House of Dragon is hard to get in because you really got to pay attention. You got to be a fucking scholar at like just paying attention and not focusing on nothing else but the television.
Yeah.
Game of
like,
Thrones
damn.
is definitely a hard one to get into. It took me multiple tries to get into the first episode of Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
And it took me years to even do that. And I think that's why it's making me do the same thing with House of Dragons. But I know once I sit there, I'm gonna get through it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it took for House of Dragon, the first like season, bro. It's since it started, I was trying to watch the first 3 episodes since like,
Sounds like
2
Game of
years
Thrones.
ago, and I could not do it. I could not get through the first 3 episodes. I kept, bro. I would start at episode 1. And I would wake up by episode 4. I'm like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
Gotta start back.
No, nigga, I gave up. Nigga, I just started from episode 4 and up. And then that shit was
crazy.
so lit.
And then you go back like, oh, that's what started that problem.
I'm not doing that.
Right.
I just started reading the synopsis now. So like once I look at the characters and I see their names matching with the characters,
Oh, yeah,
then I'll go to
Wikipedia.
the synopsis and then I just read it. Or I'll go back to the end of each episode and read the recap and they have like
show you.
people explaining it and stuff like and talking to
Okay.
The director
Yeah.
breakdowns.
Yeah. So I don't
Fuck it.
I'm not going back, bro. That shit is too much. Bro, I fell asleep multiple times and it's like in the first season, bro, there's like 4 time skips.
Yeah, that's not.
Yeah.
That's just
In 8
disorienting.
episodes, nigga, there's 4 times. So you see the fucking, they start as little ass girls all the way up into like they become queens and they all fighting against like all houses of the Targaryens. They're all about to go to war in season 2. That's how it ended. So they grow up all each other fucking with each other. And by the end of the season, they all hate each other. And now it's about to be a war. And then this is how the whole shit is starting now. And then they just introduced in this episode that Winterfell, because the whole season 1 of House of Dragon, they didn't introduce nothing about Winterfell at all, but now they did, and they always talking about how the winter is coming. So them zombie motherfuckers, they about to start showing up.
Wow, the rise
dragons
of
and
the
shit.
Nightwalkers.
Yeah, the Nightwalkers. Yeah.
Damn.
So House of Dragons. There's a lot of other shows I could tell you guys about. The other one I would say lastly would be Power Ghost. Strongly recommend this one, man. They wrapping it up this season. It's the last season, and so far the first 2 episodes has been great. They picked right back off like how the last season ended, right into it, and it's looking crazy because when Tariq started the season, he had a full-time like scholarship. He had money in the bank, and now this nigga is broke, bro.
Happy Father's Day, Tariq.
He is broke. His
Happy
mom
Father's
is
Day.
in WITSEC. He lost all his money that his father fucking had basically for him and in trust. And now he's just like everybody betrayed him. Like he's his back against the wall in the last season right now. I hope he die at the end though.
It's looking like Snowfall.
It's what he deserved. Shouldn't have killed Ghost. I miss Ghost, bro.
Yeah, but they're not making it like dramatic enough for me. Like how, like you said in Snowfall, that like 360, I felt it, and it was really sad to watch. But this Tariq, the flip is like, okay, he lost all his shit, but he's still doing like mad action packed shit right now. Like, he's still trying to come up right now. So until we see like the downfall, which is I predict is going to happen towards the season finale, somebody, either him or Tasha, somebody about to die like really important in the, like who was there.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I think it should be Tariq. I think Braden should kill Tariq.
Braden?
Yeah, I think he should take him out.
And then we get Brooke or Braden
or Effie. Because Kane is too obvious. Braden, that's his right hand man's and the closest thing to him. And then it would be cool to see that because Tariq betrayed like the closest person to him, which was his father.
Symbolic.
Yeah.
Right. I get that.
So it'll be like coming full circle.
Yeah, shit. Man. But yeah, Adam, did you like the show, man? Was everything cool?
So I've never watched Power.
No, I'm talking about the podcast.
Oh yeah, nah. This shit was good. It was a good vibe. It was a good conversation. It was dope. I think that's a good setup you got going. It's great.
Yo, thanks, man.
I fuck with y'all were good people. Y'all were hospitable.
Thank you.
We tried.
And it was a good conversation, good vibe. So.
Yo, so we're actually going to be ending this pods very, very shortly. So before we end it, would you like to add your plugins, like tell them about your music, what's coming up, and then also tell them your usernames and stuff like that? So tell them where to find you.
Yeah, so got my latest project's coming out hopefully by the end of the summertime. Still the life of the party. It's going to be 7 tracks. It's produced by my boy Scoops.
Shout out to
Scoops. I got a track on there with his brother Mills. And I got some features on there. D-Mac is going to be on there. Wanted by X is going to be on there.
Are these Picasso, like notable names?
I mean,
I know Picasso.
You know Picasso. Yes. Yeah. I mean, Wanted by X he's very good, really good singer.
Nice.
He does a little artist. He does everything. D-Mac, he's pretty well known, I guess, in the area.
Yeah.
And I'm possibly working on something with, I'm not really sure if you know who Go-Go is.
The dancing?
No, his name is Go-Go. Maybe he might be jumping on the project. You know Picasso. Picasso's gonna be on the project.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it. I mean, that's what I'm working on. Then Picasso and I are actually gonna be doing a 4-track EP. It's for the fall and the winter.
Shit.
Where it's gonna be rap. We're gonna like really rap. And then I'm gonna probably do one more project next year, and then kind of just start to focus on just making music for myself and just, you know, enjoying what I make and kind of keeping it to
local.
That. Nice.
Yeah, I wouldn't even really call it local. Local like my hard drive local.
For me, he said my local disc.
Yeah, I'm getting up there in age, so it's like it's getting to that point where it's like I'm making music for myself more so than everybody else. You know, I might venture into like the songwriting and stuff like that.
Okay.
You know, that area, because I don't want the fame. I never want the fame from this. The money is you know, obviously the plus of what comes from making music. But if I'm not getting either one, then I'm just making it for myself, and that's where it's going to come down to. So
yeah, I like that, man. I respect that actually, because for me personally, I just, like I said, I just want to make sure that I have the money to invest in it, because in order to make money, you got to like spend money. So I've been lacking on the spending department.
I mean, that's the thing.
It's coming full first.
It's funny
There's
because
been other spending departments.
People don't realize how expensive it is to make music, and then how expensive it is. The most expensive shit isn't even making the music; it's the promoting the music, it's the marketing, it's the ad spend, it's all that stuff. That shit adds up, bro. That shit ends up being 10 times what you put into the album.
To make one album, bro.
Thousands
of dollars.
Production,
which is why
studio time.
Which is why we're happy we can have you here to shout out your album coming.
Appreciate it.
You did forget, just put out your app, bro.
Let so on Instagram, on Twitter and everything.
Huh?
My bad.
Wait, hold on, because it's not important. Oh yeah, I got you.
Your
on,
ends, your
on Instagram, on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, on all that. On TikTok, it's I am Adam Jordan, all one word.
Follow Adam Jordan. I am
Follow.
Adam Jordan, guys. He's the man. Listen.
And I'm on all music platforms too under Adam Jordan.
And when's that album
Adam
coming
Jordan.
out?
Hopefully August.
By the so it's summertime, fallish type of
Yeah,
vibe.
yep.
Summertime, fall. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen.
Still the
That shit
life
gonna
of the
be
party.
heat. You feel me?
Still the life of the party.
Before we also leave too, all right? There's two more things.
Yep.
You're gonna leave a quote, but before we get to that, I have to name your spirit animal, all right? So
Yep.
here on the Jungle Squadcast, every guest, they get their spirit animal named. And I thought about thinking about it earlier, but I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not gonna think about it. I'm just gonna look at you and be like, this is what I'm gonna feel.
Mhm.
All right. So when I look at you right now, respectfully, I say this. You give me the white polar bear vibes right now.
Okay.
Yeah. So like from the Bronx Zoo when I went and saw the polar bear.
Mhm.
Yeah. Or if Kevin James, but he's an actor, so he's
Yeah.
not a,
I get that. Honestly, I've gotten that a bunch. When I was
Kevin
younger, I got that
James.
shit all the time.
I can hear you yelling and sounding just like him for some
Oh, I
reason.
do.
But,
Like
and you
King of
have his
Queens.
face. Like you have his face.
Yeah.
But he's not an animal.
I thought you was gonna say panda, just because you
I
got
thought
the pandas
about
on
panda.
black and white.
Too
Nah.
predictable. Never let them.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought about panda, but I was like,
Next
nah,
one.
panda's a little, they're like smaller.
I respect it though. Polar bear's vicious. They're in a Coca-Cola commercial.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like
And you said you were
Dominant.
hot, and polar bears are always like in the cool areas and
Yep.
shit like
I
that.
definitely
So
need to be in the cooler areas.
yeah, I
for
kind of
sure.
thought about
For
a good
sure.
yeah. See, I'll be on it.
For
I'll be
sure.
on it. So I missed with that one because that's the first time.
No,
you
that was-
actually
Nah,
thought
you nailed
I
it. You
respected
nailed
it.
it. You nailed it. It was same animal, just different.
different environments.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know because I think a polar bear will fuck a panda up, but then when you
Yeah.
watch Kung Fu Panda, you're like,
oh no, what he doing?
Skadoosh.
skadoosh. All right, bro. So what's the
Yeah.
quote, man? Something you
quote.
leave for your fans in the Jungle Squad cast audience.
Sure.
Yeah. Always be real. Always keep it real. And always be real to yourself and be good to yourself.
Stamp that. Damn.
It's funny because I already had thought you left a message, and I think the biggest one I had was give yourself grace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That pretty much sums up both.
Yeah.
which
He
I'm
dropped
sure.
too many
Yeah.
gems this podcast,
We
man.
did good with this one. It was like a smooth conversation. Like
Yeah.
we did really, really well.
Yeah.
All right, but it's time to go. All right.
Appreciate y'all for having me.
Nah,
on.
we
Yeah, for
appreciate
real. We
you,
loved
for
having
real.
you. Thank you for coming by. I'm glad we finally got the setup.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It
Hope
was
to see you
we
again.
tried many
Yeah,
times.
yeah.
But hey, at least you know I'm consistent, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep knocking until you answer. You feel me? But
Yeah.
listen, thank you guys for being patient for this episode. Again, I would like to apologize for episode not happening last week, but this one is here, okay? So do me a favor to make sure that none of that happens. For good luck, like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to follow the Instagram as well, the Jungle Squadcast. Check out Ape Loso's music. Ape Loso is me, in case you guys forgot. Yes, I do still rap, okay? But for now, we out of here.
You did.
JSC, just stay consistent.